person.
A couple people pop on. Say we're waiting for people to pop on. Notifications going out now to everyone. This will make it easier to hold maybe. Use the ticket there. I wonder if Fry has notifications on for us to see. Oh, we have 1 like already.
No, we got one like but no viewers. Okay.
Yeah, how's that work?
Okay, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Yo, yo, yo. We're live.
What's happening? Yeah.
Another
Day
first
16.
viewer, day 16 of the People's Convoy. Everyone's popping in. Hello, everyone. White Trash Motorsports here. I know everyone's been missing us.
Wonder what happened.
Maybe we can find some interviews. There's a lot more people here today. Hello, hello in chat. There's possibly going to be some interviews today because there's a lot more people here from what I noticed. So, I want to welcome everyone in. Hello. Yeah.
Don't matter. Don't get run over.
Yeah. We're just going to walk around a bit. Maybe head over towards the other vehicles. Hello from PA, thank you, Jordan. We're from PA as well. Yeah, we just went live. Yeah. We've been here for the past few days. We're White Trash Motorsports on YouTube.
What are you?
White Trash Motorsports on YouTube.
Okay.
Bride TV's been really helping us out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have?
We have like 2,000 now that we started posting some live streams.
Shit.
Yeah.
How many have now?
What?
Just for live stream.
Yeah, we just went live. We're around at 2,000 right now. We started at 83. And then we came here, went live, and we went up immediately. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Alright, have a good one. Alright. Hello, hello. What's good? Stay safe. Yeah, I just got here, just went live. 2 hours is actually a bit shorter than it normally takes to get here. Mainly because we were doing like 85, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's not talk about us going 85 down the interstate. Alright. How's everyone doing tonight? Shh, don't tell. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Pretend it never happened. We have Sasnax Peterbilt down here. It's an amazing one. Beautiful truck. The Peterbilt 385, my absolute favorite of them all. They are amazing. Very beautiful rig Sasnak has. I think he's live right now, I'm not sure. So I don't see him by his truck. So he's probably live somewhere else. People are popping in. They're just showing off the beautiful rigs here. There's dogs.
Yeah, let him give everybody time to pop in. We're not limited now.
Get out of the road. Get out of the road. We don't want to block people's way in. We're doing well. Thank you. We have a disclaimer because our last live stream we had to appeal because it got taken down. So let's try not to say anything that YouTube overlords may dislike in this stream.
Our line's going. Our
So
live stream,
yeah, our was it our Sunday night? One of our live streams, we streamed for about like 3 hours. It didn't upload at all. Like, it's not even in our studio. There's no option to upload it, and we streamed for 3 hours. So I don't know what caused that, but hopefully this one does go up. Hopefully. So if you guys want to see anything, we're gonna look for some interviews. We're here in our retired police vehicle. They called us feds. How'd you know? Tired cop car. It has cop engine, cop brakes, cop suspension, cop tires. Has steelies. So very official. Almost fell there. Very official. So yeah. That's our secret. That's how we can go fast. No one bats an eye if it's a cop. Cop car. Thank you for sharing. Love your videos. Thank you. Rocky Mountain High. Thank you. Thank you. Are you from Canada? I see the Canadian flag in there. Are you from Canada? Yeah. It's a nice truck. Yeah. From Colorado. Oh yeah, like the John Denver song, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. What? Oh. Can you guys see my comments? Yeah, we can, Amanda. We can see you. We can see you. Texas here. Hello, Steven. We're from Pennsylvania. Canadians lit the fire? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got it started over here.
Canadians started it.
You know, we think it's chilly. Yeah. Ooh. We think, oh, look at that one. Oh, yeah. Let's look at this one. That is beautiful. Have some. Ted Cruz did awesome today.
Yeah. Ted's a politician, so we're not going to trust him.
Cruz is a politician, so we all know how those are.
We're happy that he's here, but we're not going to fully.
Yeah.
We're not going to trust him yet, because Cruz also slipped and called the January 6th people terrorists. We have forgotten that because we weren't terrorists.
We're going to head back towards the main crowd. Hello, Claire.
We're going to head over towards the stage.
Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. I know there's a lot of other streams going on, so for those of you tuning into ours, we greatly appreciate it. There's the truck Cruz rode in, cab over. I don't know if you can see it very well, but cab over there. It's very nice.
What are you guys up to anyway?
I don't know. Mail? Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's see.
Want to help give Joe Biden the pink slip?
Oh yeah.
Easter, everybody sends them out Easter night, Sunday. It comes out Monday morning. We
17, put it in the mail.
He's on live.
Yeah, so I'll walk away. So you can talk to him. I'll just back up a little bit.
No, that's all right. That's why I want to get it out.
Oh, you want to get it out? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Want to get it out?
17, send Joe Biden the pink slip. Put it in the mail on 417. There's the address.
We're going to flood
Put a pink
Washington.
piece of paper in there.
Yeah.
We're going to flood Washington with pink slips.
Let me get my flash on. Here we go.
There you go. We're going to flood Washington with pink slips and trucks because there'll be mail trucks and they can't deny it. Federal mail trucks.
There you go.
Put them right on the lawn.
Yeah.
If we get enough people.
Yeah. Nice Capitol.
I know. I thought that was right up in the Capitol.
Yeah, but
so everyone, you can send your pink slips.
I urge everybody to get pink slips to
Joe.
all politicians for.
We the people, by the people, for the people. Amen. Amen.
They're all. It's all power grab. They're all corrupt.
They're all our buddies. They vote for me. I'll help you out. Like the liar.
we're fighting a government that's tyrannical, that will kill a person, but yet we're trying to be politically correct.
Leo says, been watching you guys since day one. You guys doing a good job. Say hi to Sasnak. Thank you, Leo. If we can find Sasnak, we'll say hi. I seen his truck, though he's not by it, so I don't know where he's at. His truck is here, though, so I know he's here. Just gotta track him down. They want us to say hi to Sasnak. We're gonna try to do some interviews. Oh. Yeah, I was live streaming them. Pink slips to Joe Biden.
You want to put terms and limits on
They're going to send pig slips.
Glad you're back.
4/17/2022.
So, what they want everyone to do is
They're going to mail pig slips. They're going to take the envelopes, send it there.
send it to a pink slip to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, District of Columbia, 2500.
And here's the date. We're going to mail them on 4/17/2022. That way they're inundated.
Appreciate all you guys' hard work out there. Saw some of your other videos about cars. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you.
Deny media, but they can't stop the mail. This is old school. This is how we were brought up to begin with. Mail a letter, man. Everybody can do this, from an 8-year-old child to a man on his deathbed.
Exactly.
Ask for a letter and a stamp.
Yep.
Send it out. Let's give them a pink slip, man.
I wonder what the face on the Secret Service agent's going to be, who has to go through all of the mail to make sure they didn't put anything in it.
Sasnak wasn't at his truck.
Yeah, I was going to say, they want us to go say hi to Sasnak, but he wasn't at his truck. So we'll have to look for him. Maybe we can find some other truckers. Because we really want to get some interviews in. Yeah, we want to get some interviews in. But,
It's all right.
let's talk over it. We want to get some interviews in. We want to find some people. A lot of people have been asking. There's a lot of people here. So maybe we can find someone.
There's still trucks coming in.
There's still trucks coming in. So if you like what you see here,
We're working on
consider giving us a share.
it.
Tell your friends about us.
We're trying to get better. And how's the video quality tonight?
Yeah, we're trying to get better. Hope the video quality is good as it was any other nights.
Sunday we had 80 subscribers. Monday here we were
Yeah.
on Subscribe TV and mixing out
And
a little breather.
I'm gonna give a little piece here, a shout out to Fry TV. If you guys don't know who Fry TV is, Fry TV now is his YouTube name.
And it's Fry TV on Rumble.
Fry TV on Rumble, Fry TV now on YouTube. He has been shouting out and restreaming
Helping the small
people
guys.
down here. He's been helping the small guys. So, video's good here in Phoenix. That's good. But Fry TV now has really helped us out. He got us where we are now. Got us a little audience who like cars and who likes freedom. And that's what we're all about here. We're all just walking around, going to try to find someone to talk to.
Actually, everybody, there's still a lot of trucks coming in. So
It's still pretty active here on the ground, so I don't want to get in anyone's hair if they're doing anything.
don't be confused right now. There's still a lot of trucks that ain't made it back yet.
Are you guys doing anything yet? We just got here. We're just walking around, trying to find some people.
All the trucks.
Trucks,
are back
yeah,
yet.
trucks are still flowing in, still active here on the ground. So if anyone's busy, we're gonna try to stay out of their hair.
These guys at the fire. So
Maybe if they want to be on camera, you can go ask them. You can ask the questions. I've been asking the questions. You can ask them. I'll point it at the ground, just in case. You never know. Breaking Hunter Biden's phone. Go to Capitol.
Yeah.
Let's see what this person says. watched as well lately. I mean, the truckers still incoming. There's many actions coming. They're still incoming. Hunter Biden's from Vermont, the Capitol firms on the creation of biolabs in Utah. We're not going to talk about it. Okay. We're not going to talk about the Meobabs and we're going to talk about the Meobabs in Ukraine. We cannot talk about those.
They admitted it yesterday.
Because they pulled Saudi for that.
Yeah, but they can put it back on. They admitted yesterday, Tony.
Oh, really?
They had biological labs. They was gonna.
We don't want to end up like Saudi.
Yeah, well, they was gonna have a chemical incident, and they was gonna blame it on Putin for a reason to get us into war. I mean, Russia, Putin's a bad guy, but we don't. Right now, we got to take care of ourselves. We can't be trying to pick a fight with Russia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said.
I mean, this is all a distraction. Hey, look at me. You know, the rights violations going on with, you know,
Africa,
what happened in.
Everywhere there's rights violations.
Let's get out of the road real quick.
We got American citizens right now in jail. It's been in jail without bail since January 6th. And after it was arrested for January 6th, we haven't even had bail yet. Pat King is still in jail in Canada. Luckily, Tamara Lynch got released. She was able to get out on bail, but Pat King's still in jail. What is going on, Canada? You guys are better at, well, your citizens are, but your government's ridiculous. What kind of tyranny is that? Send in, you know, the jackboots to bust the truckers' heads. It was just doing nothing but having a good time. I guess bouncing castles and all that. That's terrorism in Canada.
It smells pretty good down here.
Oh, I love the smell of diesel.
It smells like food too.
Well, we got campfires. Yeah, it's dinner time.
Yeah, it smells really good down here. We're all having a good time down here. We're not, you know.
We want to be here. I mean.
Yeah, we're all having fun.
We wish we, you know, I mean, like I said.
Anyone out there who lives in Pennsylvania is keen with the laws. Do you know how old you have to be to apply for a commercial driver's license?
Mommy, it's 18.
A Class A.
It's 18.
I think they changed it.
You gotta be 18. You can drive on a farm. I could get you a 60, but you gotta be 18 and 21.
I think they changed it.
You can drive local at 18 and 21.
Because, you know, they changed the 2 seconds to 4 seconds. So I'm pretty sure there's a new rule now.
Chad has a trucking company. I'll make a call.
Ooh.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Oh, it's so big. What breed is it?
Anatolian Shepherd.
Oh, these ones are huge.
Convoy?
Yeah.
18.
We're live on YouTube. I'd tell you first.
It's a giant family.
We're live. We want to let you know that way. Some people get money by it. It's a beautiful dog, though.
What's
the name of the channel?
White Trash Motorsports.
White Trash.
Yeah.
When I get back to the car.
Fry TV was sharing us out a couple nights we were down here. YouTube pulled our streams for, you know, misinformation, but we're back now. So.
Yeah, holy.
Yeah. You know, when you're telling the truth, it's misinformation.
Exactly.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate having me.
It's a really big dog. It has a baby face for being such a big dog.
Beautiful.
It is. It has like the baby face style. It's like a pet. White Supreme pizzas.
Yeah.
We are with the White Trash Motorsports. Yeah, people are saying it's 18. I could have thought it was, but you know they change the rules all the time.
It's 18, but you can't go. You can't get interstate travel until you're 21. Over here. You want to go say hello to your friend?
Maybe. It's good to see.
Mind asking you want to see?
Yeah, they might. We can see.
How you doing, John? Hey, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy. I'm a driver.
Yeah. We got a small YouTube channel. Right now. You like talk to us for a few minutes?
These people have been
You don't
asking.
have to.
You don't have to.
Walk
But,
away.
you know, everyone wants interviews, and
We
that's
still
all they're
thank you, though.
blowing
Oh,
us
really?
up.
Yeah, everybody's bugging. They're like, come on. Can please talk to some truckers? We love them. Tell them we love them.
You know,
You guys are so supportive.
Yeah, we are. We're grateful that you're out here definitely doing that.
Yeah.
I always seem to stick my foot right in my freaking mouth when I start talking. But
You're good, brother.
Yeah, you know what? There'll be plenty of guys. If you don't get enough on the way back, you
All
can
right,
get me.
sir. Where are you
Alright.
from anyway?
From California.
Holy
Yeah,
crap!
I came all the way across with the Convoy.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, we love you guys, man. We support you everything we can.
All right, you guys take care. and
Appreciate it.
Keep up the good work.
Have a
Have
good
a good
one.
one, man.
All right.
Be safe, brother.
Alright. They handed
He shot.
out medals late night. Think all the truckers should get one. Yeah. We're trying to find some people who are up to interview. There's some nice trucks down here. Sasnax is in his truck, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so awesome. That dude made more than you said.
Yeah. See if we can find anyone, guys. It's a bit difficult. Yeah, a lot of people are busy or
As soon as the meeting happens,
yeah,
don't hold that against you.
yeah.
California,
It's really far.
thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, let's swing around this way. Some more trucks. Yeah, it is a bit dark. Hold on, I got a solution. Let's enable our flash for a bit here, so you guys can see in front of us. Some trucks. Yeah. Yeah.
The Charlotte was Dodge channel just walked by.
Oh wow. Where's all the musicians?
What is it?
None to be found. I guess they talk the talk. Where are all the musicians? I don't know. Well, we're kind of glad that they're not playing music, so we don't have to talk over it or have to avoid it.
It's a Thursday night. That's the only thing I understand.
It is Thursday.
That is, the local area, hasn't called the law alarm or demanded it, but they did ask them politely if they could keep the noise down after 8 p.m.
I feel like the honking should begin.
Yeah, well, if they do, they like I said, out of respect for the community,
I mean,
the people that live here, they agree. Like
what
I said,
about in Canada, though?
Well, in Canada, they went and got an injunction against it. They got a judge shut it down.
Yeah, so...
But Canada is a different. We learned a lot from Canada. That's why we're not in DC right now, because we'd all be in jail. Be strong, hurt, and fear. This is the same.
You guys don't have the super chat button.
No, not yet.
We don't know. Yeah, I don't think we have that. How many trucks now? How are you guys and girls being treated? People are really nice. We're being treated really well. I'm not sure how many trucks.
They're still coming back.
There's still some coming back in. People are still flowing in. I'm going to say maybe 200. Just rough guess is about 200.
Got split up in the convoy today. There was a couple incidents, so you ain't gonna
Yeah.
work on it. It's still, there was a couple incidents out on the highway today. We still have people on the convoy coming.
Yeah, so
Interviewers here, see?
have you gone 7 times around like the one person?
What is it?
Have you gone 7 times around? At least Canadians had bouncy houses. Bouncy castles, hot tubs, and drummers.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, America, we got fishing rods and bait, but we're not to that point yet.
Someone said they wanted to help us out, but there's no way to send it.
Yeah, we're until we get 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, until we get more, we're at the subscriber amount. We have enough subscribers, but we need more watch hours before YouTube will let us turn on monetization.
If we get enough people, if we can get 500
So if we can get enough viewers in here, and this video after the live stream is over, if it uploads, we will have
1,800 hours.
enough hours probably to push us over to 4,000, and then we'll be able to have monetization features. But
we'll survive.
we'll be fine. We're all right.
We're Americans. We don't need.
Ooh, that blue looks really nice. No problem. I'll wait then.
We're fine. Now look at these. All these people with the convoy.
And you have to take into account that there's more than big rigs here. Also, we activated our custom link. Have you met this? Do you know this person? Who they're asking about? Have you met?
No, not yet. Here's OTR Survivals trailer on YouTube. These guys have been streaming all day.
We activated our custom link. It's youtube.com/C/White Trash Motorsports. So you don't have to type out a weird string of random characters. We have a custom link now.
We're growing. Oh, these are all just different pictures.
Yeah,
That's a nice wrap there.
it is. Really nice wrap.
That's the problem when you get so many people doing it. It's quiet though. It's gonna be quiet.
Do you want to commentate for a bit? Another wrap. Someone says
Airbrush, by one artist. It's even more spectacular if that's airbrush. It's hard to tell in the dark, but man, if that's airbrush, what talent. All right.
Yeah,
It's airbrush. That's great. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Someone's got really good talent. Amazing. I didn't think anybody went through the trouble of doing that anymore. Nowadays, they just print it out and slap it on. Man, I can imagine the hours he has in that to paint that by hand. Wow, because it's so detailed.
they've been helping us.
Yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're waiting. The meeting's supposed to start, I believe, at 8 o'clock. And get an update for a little bit of what's going on with what went on today and what's going on for tomorrow will be the morning meeting. They try to keep everything secret because they don't want anything to get out and be used to sabotage the convoy.
Yeah. If anyone,
You're bumping into me, making me.
it's a BMW.
Yeah.
Right? That great car, that's a BMW.
Look at all different lights on the Jeep behind you.
What?
The Jeep behind you, the heroes. Red, yellow, blue.
Man, it's busy right now.
Yeah, as I said, people still coming in right now. That's why it's so busy.
Usually it's quieting down. Everyone's getting dinner. Everyone's,
Yeah, we're waiting right now. I said, waiting on the meeting to start at the stage. You see a little bit of what's going on. Look at the polish. I got that roof is polished. That's how shiny it is. Looks like chrome.
Need to start telling some jokes so people
not,
get in.
Not Neil Young. Oh, that's a shame.
We need to start telling some jokes so more people pop in.
Yeah. We gotta get away from this Neil Young crap.
What are they saying in chat?
Yeah, mute. Yeah.
We're just going to talk over it.
I just wanted to mute it anyway. After, the whole fiasco, Neil Young wanting his music pulled off of Spotify because he didn't agree with Joe Rogan, It's America. We don't have to agree. And I'll fight for your right to say something even if I don't agree with it. You still have a right to say it. But, these people get famous and...
Let me see.
Live chat. Yeah, there dropped everybody. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry about that. It just dropped, y'all. Dude. Filters and everything. Wow.
Huh?
So we have filters and everything. Wow.
Yeah, alternative filters. Whatever going on.
Yeah, we want everything raw. You rock. Thank you, Kimmy.
Looks like
Yeah, it looks like everyone's heading down towards the stage area right now. Speak up a bit. So, lots of lorries here.
North Carolina.
Texas. Yeah, everyone's gathering down here. So, can go see what's up. Someone asks, what is Spider-Man's daytime job? Web designer. Ha, ha. Someone said, what is Spider-Man's daytime job? Web designer. Yeah. Corny one. Some music over here, guys. Yeah. Hopefully. Maybe if we talk over it directly into our microphone. Yeah, we're good now.
We're going to stick around in this area so we want to get the meeting.
We're going to stick in the area of the meeting, but we're going to stay far enough away from the music they don't pull us down.
Excuse, come on now. One stream disappeared and one stream got copyrighted until we appealed it. So.
No, our other stream didn't get copyrighted. It got medical misinformation.
Yeah, but we got it away.
You guys know the when you tell the truth, it's medical misinformation.
We should have started. We should have waited until about 3 o'clock. Sorry, after we started. It's still chaos. Yeah. No one's
We started a bit early.
Because everybody's still out moving around. Everybody's still milling about and getting set up. Yeah, and you say, there was people saying about that of Friday TV, Friday he's in Texas.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to say hi to a guy in Texas.
I mean, if we hit the road, we'll be in Texas. No. 21.
There's only 1,900 people watching Sasquatch, so
Yeah.
that ratio for his subscribers versus, that's about the same. Right?
Yeah. Maybe people are busy.
Yeah, it's just right now, yeah, everything's going on right now.
Yeah. So, I guess we're just filming the chaos. Can't talk about much while everything is going on. But once everyone settles down and starts being calm, then we can start talking. But as of right now, everyone is just going everywhere.
Travel 569.
Look at that.
He's got like 10 streamers up right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 11 people up streaming right now.
Let me go say what's up. Ask him how he's going. What do you want to talk about? We need to keep people's attention on us.
Alright, we're waiting on the meeting. Talk to him, we're waiting on the meeting. Just show stuff while you're talking to him.
Waiting on the meeting.
You want me to talk to people? I can't do anything you want, buddy.
Hopefully the meeting begins soon, usually around 8. It's what it was last time we were here.
7:59. We're waiting on turn the music down.
Where are you guys from? Why are you here? We're from Southwest Pennsylvania. And we're here to show support to the truckers. To show people what's going on.
And document.
Documented. This is like once in a life. This stuff is going to be in the history books. So I feel like we're here documenting it. Showing you guys the stuff that the mainstream media won't show you.
It just sucks because Sunday night and Monday night, we were really wanting, there was only, 3 streamers here. I think they said we were the only ones that had the 5-minute horn honk Sunday night live stream. You know what I mean? Which is fine. I know everybody's going to come down, you know what I mean? But it just is what it is. It's hard. Fry TV hooked us up and helped us out. Right now, they got attention. This is their supplies that they got going on.
Yeah.
The trailers are supplies. There's the stuff donated for the truckers.
What?
Got in that trailer. One boss man.
Yeah.
He's good. Just wait till he goes. So, talk to him. The music's killing me. You know?
Yeah, the music. We keep talking about the music. You're gonna get tired of hearing about it.
I know, but we're gonna get sick. It's on our mind. It's gonna get good. Everybody's eating right now. That's the problem. Like I said, everybody's eating. Everybody's getting settled in. We're waiting. Like I said, we should have waited until the meeting would go live.
Yeah.
He's excited to go live, but we kind of jumped the gun on it a little bit. They probably can't even hear me because I'm far away. But we jumped the gun a little bit tonight and early because nobody's settled in.
I mean, we did start a bit early, but...
Well, it's not that we started early because we were recording this early the other night. Today was a longer day. It took them because Ted Cruz rode with the convoy part of the way today. And there was a couple incidents. There was a car that was trying to cause accidents that the police caught. It was swerving in and out of trucks.
The police got him?
Yeah, the police got him. But when you have that stuff, that delayed the convoy getting back. There's a lot of trucks that are still haven't made it back yet. That will. They're out there, but they just haven't made it back here yet. Now you factor all that in with, okay, these guys have been on the road all day. They're coming back. They're eating supper right now, most of them.
Drilling a lot. You have motion stabilization, not in the YouTube app. That's one thing I wish YouTube had. You know, my phone camera has it, but in the YouTube app, it has different settings. You cannot use all of the settings that my phone camera has. It can't access the same settings, which I find stupid, because if my camera can support it, I don't see why the YouTube app would make any difference from the camera app. But we're kind of limited by the technology of our time. Yeah. What? See it? Yeah.
It's a nice atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. Look at this truck. Do you want to say some things to them? 'Cause I'm all out.
You're all out. You done talking? Really?
I don't know what to talk about.
You done talking?
Well, I'm not done talking. I could talk about a lot of things, but I don't want our video taken down.
No, you don't talk about the stuff they're gonna take down. We know what you can say and what you can't say.
You know, if I went unfiltered, we would probably get banned from YouTube altogether. 3 strikes immediately. No questions asked. But, you know.
We gotta talk, you know. It sounds like
You all need to drive in the city just to prove something.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do that because you guys seen what happened in Ottawa. The truckers were being peaceful, and the police went in with riot gear. They sent in like their equivalent of the National Guard, and they kicked them out. They broke the truckers' windows. They broke their trucks. They fined them. They did all these things. And we can't have that happen here. So that's why we're not going into DC.
Drove them out of
DC is its own special territory. It's its own district that is not binded by the regular laws of the country. So they can arrest us there in DC and hold us without bail. And they can hold us there without bail for as long as they want.
We still got music, but the crowd's gathering. It's getting ready.
We still have some music playing, but it's a lot quieter. And the crowd is growing. There's a lot of people down this way, so I'm anticipating that something's about to happen.
Well, the meeting's about to happen.
The meeting.
If it gets too loud, walk over by the truck. And that motor right there, see? Yeah. That's drowning out a lot.
Yeah, look at this.
Now it was drowning out. Okay, go check out the rat rod.
Yeah. Check out this one over here. Rat rod. Rat rod.
Exactly what it does. Cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. 10 live streamers there right now. Oh yeah, we know. There's a lot down here. When we went, the first time we went live down here, we were the only ones streaming. But I guess more people caught wind of it.
People were here, yeah. We're waiting.
My grandmother says can the music.
Huh?
So She said can the
Oh, they can
music.
hear it, yeah. Well, we're waiting on the meeting to start. I don't know why. I mean, they heard a lot of streamers, but they don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot that pushes all the streamers back while they.
Yeah, like on Monday. Was it Monday? We were like the only ones here.
Sunday.
Streaming. Sunday.
Sunday we were for a while. For the first couple minutes, we were the best speed. There was like 3 people here Monday.
Support the
Sunday
small
night.
guys. Yeah. Support the small guys.
Yeah, there was like 3 other people here Sunday night, but Try TV said we had to clear stream. We were the only ones to get the 5-minute honking.
We did get the honking. And that video is uploaded right now. It's up.
And it's marked. It's at 20.
Did you pin the comment?
Yeah, I pinned the comment. It's like at 20 minutes in, there's a 5-minute horn salute. But yeah, I mean, you're going to have it. It's fine. You can't, the more angles we video this, the better. It just slows the content
Have a
down.
drone? We wish. We were looking at one, but
We'll have it. We just got to keep growing.
we're pretty small. Maybe when we get bigger, we'll have drones and stuff.
3 days ago, Saturday, nobody knew who we were. We had 88 subs Saturday night. We were working on it, putting out videos, but you know how YouTube is. It can take a while sometimes to get built up.
Yeah, but once we can get a drone, we can get one. Now have some real nice footage from it.
Then we would have probably got more, but then not only that, YouTube had us limited the amount of viewers per how many subscribers we had for probably the first hour of Sunday night, and then when we made it to 500, then we made it to 1,000, then they held the 500 for review, pushed us back to 500. So we'll grow, we're learning, we're learning. We know what we're doing with it. We just got to get better equipment, better stuff. So where we're at right now, we just have a little bit of issues, but we're getting there. Said I wanted to be here every day, but it's hard because when you got other stuff in life you got to do. These truckers, this is their livelihood. They can come here and do this, and to be fair, they did get some help along the way to be here, so they could come be here, most of them. We're doing this all on our own, so it's some days we can't be here, but some days we can. Yesterday, we really wouldn't have done much good to be here anyway, because yesterday was crappy out. We woke up to everything was white at our house yesterday morning when we woke up. And it was covered in snow. And then they decided not to go out because when the rigs are empty, there's no weight on the back end of the truck. So if they got a panic brake, it'll lock the rear wheels up and the trucks will just slide because there's no weight back there. And the wet pavement's almost as bad as ice in these trucks when you're bobtailing. So that's why they didn't go out yesterday. I seen a bunch of people in the other comments and other streams saying, oh, they were afraid of rain or what. No, they're afraid that if they went out and there was an incident, they would have been blamed for it.
3 TVs playing different streamers.
What is it?
Someone said 3 TVs playing 3 different streamers.
Oh yeah,
it's good to have all the angles. Everyone, the organizers are on the stage now, so I feel like
yeah, we're just waiting on.
They're gonna start talking. I don't know when exactly they will, but soon. Yeah, let's hang out back here. Yeah, let's not get in there. But let's go by the bus.
Yeah, we're not on my bus.
Oh, let's go by this one then. Yeah, there's just a lot of people here tonight. I've been telling everyone for 3 days, there are no federal mandates. There's still localities, and you still can't cross the border.
Well, Biden just said today that the travel on airplanes and stuff, it was gonna expire. He just added another month to it, I believe. Biden just extended the mandate today for masks.
Yeah, and even without that, there's still companies like Amtrak.
That were pressured,
Amtrak is still requiring
that were
people to wear
pressured, yeah,
masks,
and, well,
despite the CDC saying that there won't be public transit. It will still exist out there.
and there's a lot of companies that's pushing the jab because they were pressured by the administration. There is mandates, and this ain't about it's about mandates, but it's about more than that. Like I said, it's about we want the government to leave us alone. Let us live our life. Let you live your life. That's it. Leave us alone. As long as we're not violating your rules, your laws, your rights.
Rocky Mountain High says kids still in masks. It depends on the district.
Well, there is local districts in our area.
It depends on the district. So the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, the top court in our Commonwealth, has said that the acting Secretary of Health did not have any authority to issue the mandate. Despite the federal mandate being ended and some school districts lifting their mandates, some other school districts are still requiring them. Like the Pittsburgh School District is still requiring them for students.
All of them are, and plus other states. Other states are still requiring. You got kids, I think, imagine a kindergartner that started school, at the end or the beginning of 2020 there, that during the mandates he started, first you're told you got to wear a mask, then they got to do it online. These poor kids have lived 2 years of their life under a mask. And for what? Because 1 minute, it works. 1 minute it don't, we don't know. We can't say one way or the other.
And what's funny is last year during 2020 to 21, even if you wore a mask and you were close contact with someone, they still made you quarantine. This school year, you only have to quarantine if you're not wearing one. That's conflicting information. It either works or it doesn't. We can't say which one because we're not medical professionals.
I don't see where a paper mask goes to stop.
We're not medical professionals. We can't say whether it helps or whether it doesn't. That's not our decision. We're allowed to have our opinions, but those are only opinions. Those aren't facts.
No, it don't work. Fauci said he's changed his mind on masks how many times?
But the decision has changed so many times.
But, in a paper mask just isn't going to stop anything.
Yeah, paper mask. Even the CDC said that paper masks aren't helpful. That if you really need to filter a virus, that you want like N95. And the CDC said that, so we can say it.
A paper mask that, everybody wears, that's so the doctor doesn't accidentally, drip saliva in a patient. That's really what it's for. Or he doesn't see, it's to contain that, not to contain viruses. But it is what it is, So that is a mandate. Plus now look at this. We shut off our domestic fuel production. Come on, man. This is too bad to be an accident. There's no way.
$4.37 is what we paid at the pump.
Yeah, and that's getting...
Tell us about your channel prior to this. We make automotive content. We have let's walk away a bit.
We go four-wheeler, we do street races.
We have
race cars.
A Turbo LS, Cutlass.
That's my daily driver.
That's his daily driver. And basically anything automotive.
Even anything with an engine. We do four-wheel drives, we do boats, jet skis, dirt bikes, wherever we get our hands on. We just I've always made it to find that people stuff that they consider junk, that because they got to pay it. Like our boat we bought for $600 in 2011 because the guy took it to a marina. The marina told him it was going to be more to fix than the boat was worth. Well, it ended up being a $200 gimbal bearing kit. I took the guy's word for it, drove 2 hours to meet him, and it ended up being a beautiful boat in nice shape. The guy was a military veteran, so that's why I kind of took his word for it. Drove up there, picked the boat up, brought it home, spent $200 in parts. We've taken that thing to the lake every summer since 2012 and never had a breakdown and never had an issue. So, and we've had, the jet skis, we've had, a few $100s here and there. Cheap, easy fun. That's what our channel's about. I mean, that Cutlass that's in there, I splurged a little bit last year when I went with the Holly setup, and the fuel system ended up costing me a little more. But I mean, that car is still under $5,000, and it's a 10-second car that runs on E85. In our area, you can buy it almost any pump. It used to be cheaper than gasoline. It comes out to about 115, 112 to 115 octane, depending on the blend. And it, like I said, back before the potato took president, I was getting it for less than $2 a gallon, even in the highest tax state like Pennsylvania.
And now regular gas costs us $4.37 today. We fueled up on our way over. It's $4.37 a gallon. So that came out to about $48 for 10 gallons of gas.
We have our 4-door tracker that's straight axle swap. It has Toyota mini truck axles in it, 4-to-1 transfer case, full hydraulic steer, just all your basic off-road goodies.
The car we drove down gets about 20 miles per gallon. Now think about the big rigs who have to pay $5.25 for diesel or even more, $6-7 for diesel, and they have 150 plus gallon tanks. People who drive SUVs or trucks who get like 7 miles per gallon
loaded these trucks
and have to pay.
A big rig gets about 6 miles per gallon loaded.
The prices are so high,
Loaded, empty,
especially in Pennsylvania.
Like this, it's just a Chevy Tahoe. Remember our Chevy Tahoe? It's lucky it got 10 miles per gallon.
We pay the highest gas tax, yet our roads are horrible. Potholes everywhere. What do they do with all that money that they get from taxing us on their $4.37 gas?
Are you drunk?
No.
Are you drunk?
I guess I
No,
go.
we're just ranting. We're just ranting.
I know who you are. Are you drunk?
No. They think we're drunk.
Just have fun.
Get ready. We're going to do a speech here in a minute.
Yeah,
That's what we're waiting on with the
rock.
music.
Yeah, we're trying to stay away from it now. It's going to be 16 this June.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome.
He just dropped today. He's like, he's thinking about getting the CDLs now, just being here. And our friend, he's had a trucking company for years, and he started, he's like, maybe I'll get my CDLs.
You need a good semi. You need one that's going to pull logs.
Yeah. I help my friend, like I said, he runs all cat stuff. It's nice, but it's expensive. There's no more
I think they're starting the speech now. So let's tune in. Yep, they're starting. Have you ever worked on a Generation 1 Dodge Cummins?
Yeah.
Dad has.
And all the leadership around this country, Lord, we pray that they'll just listen to us, hear us out, and that we'll make some progress, quicker than it needs to be, than we are. So, thank you for all you're doing. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna let him step. This guy right here got a hold of me about 2 days after I got involved in helping organize the conference. So one thing I haven't really done for him is let him really have the mic and talk about who he is, where he comes from. I don't endorse any candidate. But I'll tell you, if I was to ever do it, it'd be this young man right here. So I'm gonna let him have the mic for a little bit. It's your show. I'll give you like 5-10 minutes.
I appreciate that, and I'm not going to take 5 or 10 minutes because most politicians love to hear themselves talk, and I'm not one of them and don't want to even use the P word, but my name is Tyler Lee. I'm running for United States Congress. based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, running for North Carolina District 12. And it's just been an honor to spend the last 2 weeks with all of you. You know, this began in California. I drove my Ford F-150 from Charlotte to California because when I launched my campaign May of last year, what I told the people at my kickoff rally was I'm here to represent the people because politicians do not listen to us. You know, if you've noticed, aside from today, when Senator Ted Cruz came, there really haven't been other candidates and politicians that have joined us in this convoy. And it's really disappointing, and the ones that have, it just seems like there's a photo op or a campaign opportunity. And what I've learned the last 2 weeks, because prior to this, you know, this convoy, I didn't know anything about the trucking industry. I had no clue. And it's been amazing to see the family, the unity, and just how the truckers have been, to hear all of your concerns, all of the unnecessary regulations that you deal with that really cripples your businesses and makes it hard on you. And as gas prices continue to rise, it's just, it's unreal what's happening. It's just making it harder and harder on not only you, but all Americans. And so, you know, when I was in a meeting with 2 congressmen the other day, they literally said, we had no idea what was happening in this convoy movement because mainstream media is not talking about it. And my thought process was, if you're awaiting information from the mainstream media, that tells me how disconnected you guys really are in this country. Every politician, every candidate should be out here. But these experts in politics, I don't know. I guess they tell them to stay away for whatever reason. But they should be out here in the trenches with you guys, so they can hear your concerns, and then they can actually do something in D.C. But all they do is just legislate based on what their donors and PACs and special interests tell them, and that's why this country is in a mess. And that's why I felt like God was calling me out of the business world last year, because we need God-fearing people to step up, that actually love their country, that love you guys. Don't care about the title, the money, you know, all the accolades that come with this. I don't even want to go to D.C., but I know that's what God's calling me to do. I would much rather be in the business world right now than have to, you know, get up and give speeches and all this, because, you know, it's uncomfortable doing it, but it comes with it. But I'd rather just tuck my head and go to work in D.C. and not have to do all that. But hey, it comes with it. But so I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to talk tonight. But you know, we need these corrupt, these career-long politicians gone. And the only way we do that is because of people like yourselves to show up and vote. You know, this summer we have primaries happening. Mine is on May 17th. So we really need you guys to show up in your states and do some research on the candidates. You know, look at their history, like Brian's been saying. Look at their family life. Look at their business dealings. See where they go to church. Just look at their private lives, because politicians and people can say anything to make you feel good, but you're known by your fruits. So make sure you do your research. And then we need you in the general election in November. You know, your voice matters. It clearly does. People have woken up and they're paying attention now. So just remember that. Remember that. We need you to show up, but do your research. But I just want you all to know I'm here to represent you. For those of you out of Charlotte or North Carolina, you know, I'm your voice. I'm here for you, and then the rest of you as well. You might not be able to vote for me, but what I do in D.C. will affect you. So if you know anyone in the North Carolina area, I just ask that, you know, you help get the word out. But I don't know, I'll hand the mic back over. My website is votetylerlee.com. I appreciate you guys. Would love, if I haven't met you yet, come say hi. So we'll have a good night.
Seriously, that guy right there, he's been in our corner from day one. I didn't even know who he was. messaging me like crazy. How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? And he's been with us this whole time, from the very beginning to even today, still here. So round of applause for him again. I'm gonna bring up another gentleman that's been here for a little while. He's got a story to share. I'm gonna do the same thing, about 5 minutes most. Got it? Are you sure? Sure? I was just kidding. Here you go, buddy. Let you introduce yourself. Yes, sir.
All right. My name is Roberto Neva. I'm a first-generation Cuban American.
Yeah.
Great to have. Wow, this is amazing. And I don't want to sound cliche, but ever since I saw Canada standing up and Australia standing up, you know, it's like, okay, it's time for a revolution. And I'm not talking about, you know, a physical revolution, but a revolution of getting together and draining the swamp and so on and so forth. So each one of us has to find a why. We all have our why, but a why we're doing this to give us a fuel to continue being here. So I'm gonna tell you my why, and I'm gonna try not to break down. Of course, my why is the mother of my kids. She lost her job because she refused to get the job. My 22-year-old son, he's a basketball player and his dream is to play in the NBA, cannot travel overseas because he refused to get the job. But going deeper than that, my father was born in 1940 in Cuba. At 18 years old, he saw that Fidel Castro was no good. And he would try to tell people, and they wouldn't listen, they would fall into the narrative, and he started working. See, my dad was a person that had strong character. You know, I never saw my dad cry, but once when he saw a longtime friend that he hadn't seen for 30 years. So he had a strong character. So when he saw that, oh, by the way, he taught me integrity and he taught me hard work and hard work ethics. So when he started working in Havana, carrying 300 pounds bags of sugar to make a living, and he earned pretty good money. And here's my point. He was there for 10 years in being oppressed, lack of freedom of speech.
At Pride TV now, what's happening?
Everything taken away, all the good stuff that y'all know from Cuba. Until in 1969, he decided to leave Cuba because he couldn't take it anymore. Not because he was bad financially, but because he couldn't take the oppression anymore. So he decided to cross over to the Guantanamo Bay, but there's only two ways to do it. One, either by land, and you risk getting blown up by what they call mines, or two, by sea. Thank you. He decided to go by sea, so he swam 7 miles for 7 hours in shark-infested waters looking for freedom. These are one of the times I break down. Before he left my older brothers at 3 and 6 years old playing in the porch, and he didn't even say goodbye because he didn't want to break down in front of them, not knowing if he was going to see them ever again. So he came here in 1969. The next day he was already working, and he didn't stop working a day in his life, and he went to New Jersey. He started working, bought himself a 1967 buggy, and he told me the story that when he was going over the Verrazano Bridge, and mind you, as a kid, he always saw the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of liberty. So when he was going over the Verrazano Bridge, that he saw the Statue of Liberty holding that torch, he says he broke down and he started crying. So mind you, I lost my dad in 2015. So if my dad is willing to, if he was willing to risk his life looking for freedom, then we can risk our job or anything to fight for freedom.
That's right.
There is no excuse.
That's right.
Enough is enough. We need to stand up. Freedom.
Freedom.
Enough is enough. We need to stand up because it's now or never.
Yep.
So
Leave us alone. Get out of our life.
So that's my story, and where are my Cuban people? There's only one person that I know that's here from Cuba. I understand it's been 63 years of oppression, of trying to protest and everything, and they always get bullied just like they did in Australia, just like they did in Canada. So enough is enough. It's time to stand up. So repeat after me, freedom in Spanish. Libertad, 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 freedom. Thank you. And thank, this movement organization that we're on the right track. It's gonna take time. There's no Herculean, what I call Herculean move that we can make to undo what's taken decades and centuries to get corrupt. So we need to have patience. Let's stick with it. Thank you.
Good evening. Well, I think today was another win, huh? How awesome was that a senator, not just any senator, but Senator Ted Cruz, came down here, rewrote his whole schedule for a day to come down here and be a part of this convoy.
Yeah.
And then, on top of it, with the help of Ted Cruz, that flag that's been flying on Michael Landis' truck finally got to go right on down into the heart of Washington, D.C. That in itself, just that flag being able to fly down through the streets of the nation's capital like the family requested, that is a win. Senator Cruz being here in person to see all of you this morning, that is a win.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz climbing up in the truck and helping to lead this convoy out of here, that is a win. His public display in front of the National Mall in a press conference endorsing the People's Convoy, saying out loud, and then going on Sean Hannity this evening to say the same thing, that's a win. We are winning. Our voice is being heard. And with the help of legislators like Senator Ted Cruz, the government is starting to get the hint that they work for us. I've asked for patience. I've asked to trust the process. And you all have so far, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for having trust in me and trust in the organizers in this process, because this diplomatic route, as annoying as it can be sometimes, I know, it's working. It is working. We're doing it right. Since I said the other day about the healthcare workers stepping up, all day today I've been fielding messages from nurses, from doctors, from EMTs, from all sorts of folks wrapped up in the healthcare industry, reaching out, looking to step up, looking to join us, looking to be a part of this movement. Since I said something, there has been flight attendants and pilots, not even associated with Freedom Flyers. This is on a separate level. These are people on their own, individuals that decided not to join an organization, but have now decided that it is also their time to stand up. I've been fielding messages either in person with some of you in the crowd that are part of the flight industry that's already here, or phone calls or messages, text messages from people that work in the airline industry. I want to make an announcement real quick. Delta Airlines, this is coming at you. Remember Kid Cowboy? Yeah, so here's the thing. He came down here. He rode with us from Alto, California to this location here. And if you don't know the story of this young man, 5 years ago he lost his parents. He's 18 years old. He raised himself after that point, working as a ranch hand in Southern California. He felt passionately about this issue that he decided he was going to stand up, but he was only going to go to the next stop. He made it all the way to Hagerstown.
Yeah!
He joins us in the first set of meetings. Ron Johnson, Ted Cruz meeting. That meeting took place in the actual United States Capitol building. That boy went from Southern California to the Capitol building, hitching rides, by the way. He didn't have a vehicle here. He didn't have much money. But he believed passionately enough. He believed in God. He believed that he had a mission. And he saw his mission out. And that boy got to sit there. Or should I say stand at one point. And put a reporter in their place. While also telling his personal story to two senators, making them understand just how passionate we are, how emotional this is, and how much this has affected us. Following that meeting, we got him an Uber. I got him an Uber to get to the airport because it was time for him to leave. He had to go. I hated seeing the kid go. I think we all cried saying goodbye to him. Gets on his first flight. He's wearing a hoodie that I understand some may not find appropriate. I get that. The first flight, the pilot takes a picture with him and loves him and knows who he is because he saw him in the Capitol. He was well received on that flight and supported by all the flight crew. He gets to JFK. Gets on his Delta flight there. They tell him that he needs to either remove the sweatshirt or flip it inside out, and he calls me and asks me what to do.
No.
I tell him, listen, you got to just get home. Just flip that hoodie inside out and tell your story. Just flip it inside out, get over it. An 18-year-old kid. Get home, buddy. Let's just get home. All right? Get home. So he takes the hoodie off. Delta decides, the pilot, by the way, decides, nope, he can't fly on my plane. Delta Airlines kicked this young man off the plane and then put him on the Delta no-fly list. So Delta Airlines, I will never fly your airline again, and I hope every American in this country never gives you another dollar.
No way, you're done.
Delta Airlines has betrayed the American people by doing so. It's called freedom of speech.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt nothing.
So Delta, this People's Convoy and Kid Cowboy deserve and demand a public apology
Let's set Cruz on it. He was at the meeting. He must be racist.
The bottom line is,
Democrats are racist.
the bottom line is
Delta is run by white
to
supremacists.
oppress free speech is to oppress every other part of that Constitution and Bill of Rights. What Delta Airlines did was claim that it was a violation of their policies. But yet the first flight took a picture with him and loved him and welcomed him onto that flight, and he had all his other connecting air flights, no problem. He goes on that one plane, and that pilot and flight crew demanded that he be removed, even though he took the sweatshirt off.
Do not comply.
I'm going to leave it at that. I just hope that's enough to get it out, and I hope every single one of you tweets Delta and tells them what's going on, and tells the American people never spend $1 at Delta Airlines ever again. I will never fly Delta. 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 I will never fly Delta.
Here, you need a bag?
No thanks. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's fine. Someone else might need it.
Delta, you owe that young man an apology, and you owe the American people an apology immediately if you ever want to see $1 out of any of us ever again.
Racist Delta!
Even the same day he was speaking in the United States Capitol.
Anyways, I just had to get that out, man. That's been weighing on me pretty heavy all day. Listen, the bottom line is the companies are entitled to their policies. I get it. But if you're going to enforce policies, you enforce it on every single flight all the way across. You don't get to pick and choose when it's convenient.
Guarantee a BLM shirt wouldn't have got kicked off.
Kid Cowboy did get home.
Yeah!
Want to know what airline?
Yeah! Yeah!
JetBlue.
Yeah!
JetBlue got him home.
Did he have the sweater on?
I don't know if he was a sweatshirt, but he got home. So let's talk about today a little bit, shall we? We had a convoy. It kicked off.
Why
out
is
of
your
here
video
with
so
a
dark? 'Cause
truck,
we're in the
a little
back.
bit of showmanship, I guess you'd say. But it was nice of him to come down here and have some words in front of everybody, people he don't know, and not. And
We're in the back.
I mean, let's face it, the majority of us here aren't his constituents. But it didn't bother him. It didn't matter to him. He still came down here and showed that he cares what the American people are saying. Now, he still needs to be held to the fire and make sure his voting record keeps up with that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Hold him accountable.
Don't just say it,
But it
show
was
us.
nice to see that he came out. It was nice to see him use his platform like he has to help further our message. Him being there cost a lot of mainstream media to be standing there for that press conference right in front of that Capitol building with the Mike Landis's truck and that flag in the background. There's going to be some things coming up here, and I hope that you all still bear with me. There's some more things to come. It's going to take a few days to work it out. In the meantime, we're going to convoy. We're going to have a convoy tomorrow.
Yeah!
I'll release those details of that convoy tomorrow morning. Not tonight yet, because I'm still working out a couple little details with it to see if we're going to change it up at all or not. But what I will say, what I will tell you, is that I need you guys to bear with me and trust that I have a plan, that the organizers have a plan. We have a plan, and we're not going to sit here having tailgate parties forever. At some point, we will pick up and move. I'm not going to release any of those details at this time, but just trust me, it'll be good. What?
We need traffic control at the red lights when we leave.
Don't stop. All right, listen. I'll explain the convoy rules again tomorrow. I understand that it's frustrating. DC traffic does not like us. That makes it complicated. But we will work on that, and I'll get you a plan of the list of rules and how the process is going to work tomorrow. I will lay it out for you nice and pretty like. Remember when I said this morning, find a partner, ride right beside them?
Yeah.
All right, let's just keep doing that. Because it worked 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was.
It worked today. We need.
The point is I understand that it can get difficult. You're talking about a lot of people. You're talking about a big convoy, and you're talking about areas that just simply do not like us. But what we are doing, remember, if you got a bad actor, you got somebody acting dumb, you got somebody brake checking you being, you know, whatever, pound 77 with the mile marker and report the vehicle.
They were not answering.
Pound 88 was on the website, but that ain't right. It's pound 77.
We're not answering today.
Didn't answer?
Didn't answer
I will
today.
address it this evening with the people I need to talk to about it then. I will make sure that that is taken care of. And if they don't take care of it, then we'll just flood 911.
Yeah!
So they can answer the phone tomorrow or enjoy 911 calls. How about that?
Yeah.
So I suggest they answer the pound 77 going forward. Listen, you got to remember too, though, that it ain't law enforcement's fault.
No.
Okay? They are working hard. They are busting their butts to let us do what we're doing peacefully. They love us. I get phone calls from the different agencies. I talk to them. They're happy with the way things are going. They like it. They're standing with us. You know how many officers today I saw sticking their hand out the window giving thumbs up?
Yeah!
Even if the department itself doesn't support us, the men and women behind the badge do.
Yes,
So remember that. He didn't get ticketed. He got a warning for going 15 miles an hour. Let's know the facts before we start yelling stuff out. He got a warning and told to speed up because somebody was interfering with the convoy, going ridiculously slow in the middle of it, causing a big gap. If that individual's in this convoy, I will find you tomorrow. We have a mission, and if you ain't with us, then it's time to pack your bags and get out.
Yeah!
Everybody is welcomed in this convoy. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, an Independent, a Libertarian, a Constitutionalist, or whatever 50 million different parties that they're out there. I don't care if you are far right, far left. Oh, I gotta do it this way. I don't care if you're far right or far left. I don't care. But for this convoy, for this goal,
Together.
we are in this together.
Yeah!
Stop the division. I don't care if you're far left, far right. You can go back to hating each other when we're done doing this. For now, we're on the same team. This is about your freedoms. This is about your rights. This right here is what lets you hate each other when this is over.
Yeah!
So right now, shake hands and stand together in a mission of freedom.
Exactly. They want us fighting. They want us to
We
fight.
the people and the people's convoy. I don't know. What about him? Tell me all about him. The cops got him? Well, then there's your answer.
Yeah!
She just said they got him.
They did get him. I seen him.
We see a car pulled over on a live.
All right, anyways, listen. We already know there's bad actors out there. We already know people want to try to take it out. Feeding into it doesn't help, and it only increases it. It makes them realize that they're messing with you. They're getting to you. Stop letting them get to you. Stop letting them get to you.
More love last
We
night.
are doing good. We are rocking and rolling here, and we're making a statement, and they cannot silence us. I'm gonna let y'all go this evening because, darn it, I need some sleep. Tomorrow morning, follow along on the website. I don't know what's going on with the text thing again. So follow along on the website for the morning meeting time. Don't forget they got breakfast over here every morning for you guys. And I got an update on the fuel receipt situation. Anybody that has fuel receipts related to the People's Convoy, meaning you got here during the People's Convoy, please bring your receipts over to Marcus at the bus. He is prepared and has some help to start getting that stuff knocked out. Right, Marcus? No, I know he's prepared. He came up and told me to put it out. He's ready for you. Otherwise, I love you all. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America, and good night. Oh, one more thing. No truck horns tonight, please. After 8 p.m., we got to stop doing that stuff. Got to keep the neighborhood happy. Love you all. Good night.
Party poopers.
Burnouts.
They work for us.
Burnouts. That's half of us.
Fry TV said he was going to be sharing us.
He said he's going to go.
Pete, the government works for us. We need to show them that.
That was a good meeting.
Good meeting.
That was good. We all see what Delta did. Everybody want to hit Twitter and let Delta know how you feel about that. You kick an 18-year-old man who lost his family. Gonna kick him off the plane for a shirt he wears.
I wonder what it said.
Freedom Convoy shirt. Had that been a BLM shirt, they would have probably given him the red carpet.
They probably would have sent out first class.
Then again, who knows? I mean, we all know that he is a little bit dark complected, so maybe Delta's a racist. Could be.
Delta is run by white supreme pizzas.
Could be. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't be the first Democrat racist. I mean, look at the stuff Biden said. Calling black kids cockroaches.
He did it on camera too.
He said that. He said it on camera. He said he found out that day what a cockroach was. That's what they used to.
And Biden,
A cockroach.
Joe Biden supported school segregation when he was in the Congress.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, Joe Biden said that day, he found out that day what a cockroach was. In the old days of the South, in the racist days, that's what they called little black children. They said they were scurried around like cockroaches. Those are Joe's words out of Joe's mouth, and it's on camera. The same way, Joe said, you know, about Obama, would he say it was nice having a intelligent colored man in office? I believe that's how he put it. A clean-cut, intelligent black man. As if there wasn't any. We know that's a lie. There's plenty of great black men in office.
Yeah, they
Public.
Yep. Rolled the truck right up Constitution Avenue on the way back. Yeah.
I wish we could get a permit from Bowser.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So we could be there legally.
Good luck with that.
I mean, can they deny your permit to protest?
Yeah, they can deny it.
Wouldn't that be a violation of the First Amendment?
Yeah, but back,
Sue them?
back to the stuff Biden said, you know, he said he didn't want his kids going to a racial jungle, you know.
Joe Biden
with
supported school segregation.
Yes. All the Democrats did, you know. It was the Democrats that fought the Civil Rights Act in '65. It was them that shut it down.
Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves, was a Republican.
I know you did, Amanda. Wish you could come. I know you have to work. You've been working hard. You worked harder in the last couple days than most people do in a month. We know. Believe me, I wish you could be here with us. But we also understand. I hope you're warm. I tried to set you up as much as you could to stay warm. So I would love you to be here with us. If you could get a day off, we would come down and do it, you know. I wish you had a day off where we could come down and we could go join the convoy and drive around DC. And we got music over here. We shall see. I think Amanda's watching us. She's one of our viewers. She commented to us. Probably didn't give us a thumbs up though. Probably give us a thumbs down, but we're alright. We love her anyway.
It's Amanda, she would.
It's chilly out here tonight. Look, we got
Not really.
kids out here.
It's not that cold.
My hands are froze.
I'm not cold. You know, the Canadians stood out in negative 30
Grandma's
Celsius.
watching. Well, we know you're watching.
The Canadians stood out negative 30 Celsius.
Everybody in the chat, say hello to Grandma. She's watching. She couldn't come tonight either.
You know, the chat loves Grandma.
Tell me, you're making me bounce. I know, I know. You're invading my space. Just walk beside me. Hi, Grandma. See? They love you, Grandma. They should have seen you at the Capitol. We're marching up Capitol Hill with the parade. Why people scurry like they're getting in their way, we don't mind. I mean, as long as they don't mind being on camera, we don't care if you walk in front of the camera. But yeah, Ted Cruz today, he rode in the truck. He rode from here at the Speedway all the way to DC. They dropped him off at the Capitol. And they turned that beautiful cab over, Pete, whipped her around, drove that flag, straight up Constitution. I mean, you know where we'd like to shove that truck, but that's another story. Biden doesn't care. Like I said, there's no way this is accident. The oil production shut down, then pick a fight with the people we were getting oil from. This is designed to hurt these people. There's a dedicated, thankless job. There's a service truck. These are guys that keep these big rigs on the road. You know, it takes a service truck. When a truck like this goes down on the road, you got to have that service. You have a flat tire, and these guys come out. I know you guys have seen me do it and go, Tad, just drive for 2 hours to put air in the tire for a driver. But you got to keep these trucks on the road because these trucks feed America. You know, you think it's bad finding stuff at Walmart now. If they don't do something about these gas prices, these guys ain't going to be able to stay in business. You cannot operate a big truck and pay $6 a gallon for fuel.
What are they saying?
Yeah.
Stock up on some food?
Yeah, please stock up on food because like I said, $6 a gallon is going to kill these guys.
The problem with stocking up is there's already a shortage.
Yeah,
There's already a shortage because some trucks can't operate right now. If you start stocking up, that's going to make the shortage worse. And when the main brunt of the shortage hits, it's going to be way worse.
Here's advice for anybody that can. If you can, make friends with someone out in the country. Make friends with a country person because believe me, no matter how bad it gets, people out in the country will still eat. There's plenty of food walking around through the woods. We will do what we can to feed our family and our friends. Let's go show the flag.
Okay, where's it at?
I'm going to talk to some more drivers now to bring back the country. I'm going to get ready to go to bed. I'm telling you, Tom, it's like 30 degrees out.
Yeah, it was negative 30 Celsius in Canada. I don't know why you're complaining.
Because Canadians are tough and we're wussies. If it ain't 70 Fahrenheit, I'm cold.
Negative 30 in Canada, and they're out there partying. You're complaining that it's like 30 Fahrenheit.
They're Canadians. They swim in 40-degree water and wrestle bears. They're Canadians.
Get out of the road.
You know what I mean? they're Canadians. They're tough. We want to thank the Canadians for starting this. They're the inspiration to this. Careful how you shoot. The Canadians started all this, man. If it wasn't for them, none of this would have happened. I just can't believe how racist Delta is, though, man. I mean, anybody that watched that live stream seen it. You got an 18-year-old black kid who's taking care of himself for the last 5 years because his parents were killed. He's worked and taken care to finish raising himself. It means he was, 15 years old? 5 years, 13 years old when he lost his parents. To be treated that way, that's to be treated less, even to be kicked off of an airplane because they don't like your shirt. Come on, Delta Airlines. You're going to kick a man off because you don't like his shirt. But
and he even offered to take it off.
But the flight he was on before took pictures of him with his shirt.
He offered to remove
his shirt
so he could stay on the plane. They even told him he could remove it. So he did. And they kicked him off anyway.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to find the flag that went up?
Well, this is the truck that was at the Capitol. The flag on the stage. That's the flag that went down Constitution today. This is the truck this morning that Senator Ted Cruz climbed in and rode shotgun.
Okay. Let me turn the flashlight on so
cruise
they can
control. They put him in probably one of the roughest riding trucks here, but that's all right.
I am Canadian, and thank you for saying that.
Oh, I know, no doubt.
Say hi to Grandma. We think you're a great buddy. She's in chat right now. You can say hi to her.
We know it, man. I will not deny you Canadians are cut from. I mean,
Freedom.
yes, we're all Americans. You guys are way tougher than we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm cold at 80 degrees anymore the older I get, man.
Yeah, the Canadians were sitting out in -30 Celsius, and they were having fun and partying.
I watched
It's about -30 Fahrenheit, not -30, positive 30 Fahrenheit here, and my dad is complaining about that. Huge difference.
But like I said, them guys, man, they're tough. I don't take anything away from my Canadian brothers. They are tough. I watch every hour. I watch the government steal your firewood. You know, your government steal your fuel, steal your firewood, purposely break the windows out of your trucks.
To look for some truckers to see. We're up by the stage.
He's telling her rock.
Let's see if any of the people up here would be willing. Yeah. That's one of the guys. Yeah. Maybe.
Right? Okay, but the whole state does.
Oh, look at the dog. This dude on Reddit thinks he scared people by giving the finger. I guess he thinks he's scary. He must. What? Oh. Oh.
Got a coat on. We need one
For Dixie?
We need a coat for Dixie like that once
Yeah.
she gets full grown to where she ain't gonna grow out
Love
of
being number one, yep.
What is it?
Someone said love being number one.
Yeah. This is awesome. This is a movement.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. These people,
He says he's going to do it again tomorrow. Well, we'll give him the finger back. How about that?
What's that?
Someone was driving down on Reddit, and he was giving the truckers the finger, and he thinks he's scary. So I said, we'll give him the finger back and see how he likes it.
He's number one. showing his support for the convoy. He was saying they were number one. You know, he's like, look, hey, you guys are number one. Like, yeah, we know we're number one. People tell me all the time. We got some vendors here.
Wonder how much it costs.
I like that flag.
What?
The American flag and how it's blended together.
Yeah. They have Ukraine flags down here.
No, I don't think. Like I said, there's too much going on.
You see
in
there?
Yeah, but there's too much going on in Ukraine right now.
Trump
I don't know what side to
2024.
stand.
How much is it? How much is it? Who's calling you?
Victor.
Or Tad?
What's happening? Oh, when'd you go? Right now we're down here at that Freedom Rally.
In Hagerstown.
Down in Hagerstown, Maryland. Yeah. Just living live.
So how's everyone doing in chat? Yin's doing good? We're doing good. We're having fun up here.
Yeah, when I celebrate what happens, there's so many people here in this parking lot. You know what I mean? And everybody on cell phones, it gets spotty. We've been streaming it on the internet. We got on the YouTube
My
channel.
service has been fine.
Are my windows closed on the Jeep? I'm sorry. Can you
Yeah.
Ugly Art is his username on Reddit.
5,300 trucks here. Plus,
Well,
yeah.
let's
Feeding the truckers.
not say his name on Reddit. Well, let's not say his username. We don't want. We do not condone harassment. That would be. We do not condone harassment. We gotta follow YouTube community guidelines here. If we want to be on YouTube's platform, we have to. We have to follow their guidelines.
He went to the Capitol.
So,
Yesterday.
unfortunately, I have to remove those because of that. Because it could be someone could see it as condoning harassment. And, yeah.
Delta kicked him off the plane because he had a Freedom Convoy 2022 shirt on.
So,
He said the first plane he
unfortunately, that's just the rules of YouTube, and we have to follow them.
Come up and took pictures with him, was happy about it. He said he got the JFK airport and switched planes.
Yeah.
Called back to California. He said the second plane he got on, he said the flight attendant told him he had to remove his shirt.
Thank you for understanding.
He called
My hands are tied here.
I was like, look, dude, you're 18 years old.
So.
Get home. People are not going to be upset with you. You got to take the shirt off and get home. That's fine. Little kid took his shirt off, and then the pilot said, no, he got to go. And Delta put him
So let's check out
you can't fly with Delta. No,
these
Delta's being racist, dude. He's a black
cool
kid.
trucks over here.
That's what it's all about. He's a black kid in the cowboy.
That one looks like a Christmas
That's
tree.
where you want to get him. You're taking it off for a shirt.
We're gonna check out this Christmas tree truck over here. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful rig here. Beautiful. Beautiful.
He deserves it. To get treated that way for his speech, he deserves it.
Beautiful trucks.
Yeah, there's so many nice trucks down here.
So
Yeah, they went around the 495.
Ooh, look at this.
They be going every day.
Q sent me.
Walking heavy. They drive a circle around the Buffalo.
Ooh, this trailer.
Today,
Beautiful.
Today, Senator Ted Cruz come out here and climbed in and called over people from the ride.
It's been signed. A nice design. Beautiful truck. Beautiful truck. Some 389 over here.
That's because they're brainwashed. They don't.
389s.
Know what's going on. I mean, it's easy to, depending on who you listen to, you know that. If you only watch your regular news on TV, you don't listen. Well, you think guys being out on the road.
And what's surprising is there's so many live streamers down here, yet the mainstream media is nowhere to be found. There's been no Fox News. There's been no CNN. There's been no Newsmax. There's been no One American News. No New York Times. None of them are down here. But these live streamers, completely independent, are down here showing everyone the truth, showing everyone what we're all about here, showing everyone that we're peaceful.
I know. I was just talking to a couple of drivers here a little bit ago. He said, once if it goes over $6 a gallon, he said he's got a park.
And
I know.
Someone says OAN was there.
Yeah, OAN.
OAN's been here. Correction. But none of the other ones have.
Yeah.
Now, I heard Fox will,
Yeah, you can't do that.
now, I think some of the bigger ones were at the press conference, it is my understanding. But the press conference wasn't down here. It was in DC. It was at the Capitol with Cruz. We're back over here. Zod Charlotte needs a convoy ride for streaming tomorrow. Someone wants to know if anyone can help Charlotte. That's what someone wants to know. I know some people have been restreaming us, so if that gets my voice out there.
That's another thing though. They just got on the road. They're trying to, get the
What you youngsters up to now? Right now we're just walking around. We already caught in the meeting, so now we're just checking out the trucks. Seeing if anyone's not busy. I know a lot of people are either eating, they're going to sleep, they're setting up things, they're talking to officials. So a lot of people are busy right now.
What really cut it though is he just fucking the dumbass, just shut off all the oil imports from Russia.
So a question for Chad is, how much is gas and diesel where yins are at? In my part of PA, it's about $4.30 for gas and around 510, 520 for diesel.
Yeah.
489
You see how you can look at
for
it.
Chatty,
If
489.
I could get somebody, I'd just sit underneath you're fixing it, yeah. At least get about all of them.
This is what brought us down to the Convoy. It gets about 20 miles per gallon.
Probably tomorrow.
So this is how we got down here. 409 in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, I should be on this weekend.
$7.52 a gallon for gas. Do you live in California?
Yeah, but I know it adds up.
You out by Cali?
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's in Nova Scotia, Canada. Canada. Oh, you're paying per liter. Yeah. In Europe as well, it's very expensive. It costs the same in like Germany. In Germany, it costs like $1.88 per liter. Yeah.
White trash motor fuel.
And there's 3 liters. There's approximately 3 to 4 liters in a gallon. I think it's 3.88 liters is a gallon, if my metric is correct. So that does inflate the cost a bit. In Canada, Sean, I would have to park my car at 8 a gallon. A lot of truckers said at 6 a gallon for diesel.
He said right now he's strapped. He said it costs him. Right now with his dump trucks, he said with the fuel where it's at, he says it costs him $600 a day per truck in fuel. Okay? He said his drivers make $300 a day. So he said he makes $100 a day because the loads are only paying $1,000 a day is what the truck's making.
Someone asks about Sparchten Dostach. I don't speak German, unfortunately. No.
So yeah, so they're straight from his mouth. He says it's $600 a day to fill each dump truck up.
$600 a day to fill up, and that's about 6 trucks, right?
He's got 5 dump trucks.
5 dump trucks.
Cost him $600 a truck.
This truck owner, $600 a truck to fill up 5 dump trucks.
The trucks only make $1,000 a day,
and they only make $1,000 a day.
So he pays his driver $300 a day, you know. So he makes $100 a day out of them trucks. How's he gonna?
$100 a day profit.
He can't pay his bills.
And diesel is only rising for these owners.
He says once it goes in that, if it goes any more to where it costs him $100 more to fill the truck, he said he's done. He got to start selling trucks.
Now think about the independent truckers. The people who don't work for a company or the owners of small companies.
That's sad. He said if it goes up $100 more a truck day, he has to sell trucks. He said
Say you own your own truck and you're on your own, completely on your own, and it has about 150 gallons of diesel tank, maybe more. These things are huge.
Every day for the last 10 years busting, to get there, to get 5 trucks, to get his business running. And now, like I said, literally, so if fuel goes up another $1 a gallon, he's got to start selling trucks.
His
business is
right done. Before the election,
and there's a driver that's going to lose his job. That driver, he's $300 a day that driver makes. So, he works 5 days a week. So, that's $1,500 from taxes. That's $1,000 out of the economy.
Right before we had our election, when we had the pipelines and we were making our own energy.
We were 100% energy independent.
When we were making our own energy, gas was a lot cheaper. It hit like $1 or so in Wyoming. And now with all of our pipelines shut off, we stopped importing from Russia. We stopped all of these projects. Now it's $4.37 a gallon. It's hitting a record high here.
Walk past.
Okay. Drivers aren't going to lose their job. The cost is absorbed by higher fees. Well, for
my best friend, like I said, he's like my brother. I grew up with him. He said if fuel costs go up another $1 a gallon, because the truck, right now it costs, he's buying 100 gallons of fuel for each truck every day. He said it costs him $600. The loads that he's hauling right now is only making $1,000. You can't survive on running 5 trucks making $100 a truck a day. You run out more wear and tear. I mean, the oil changes, the tires, the brakes. $100 isn't profit. That $100 goes right back into the truck. He just called me. He said Saturday, over the weekend, the clutch went out. It cost him $3,500 to replace the clutch in a truck. How is he going to make it when each truck's only making $100 a day right now? And if fuel goes up, he loses that.
As Sean says, trucker strike. If the truckers all go on strike in these big cities, you know, with their Whole Foods, you know, their Whole Foods and their 100% non-GMO, you know, gender-neutral foods, if they can't get those, they're eventually going to panic.
Here's something I didn't know, and this is sad, though. He said that when he's out on the road trucking all day, and I mean, my friend, he spends as many hours as he can every day in that truck. He gets up, basically drives from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia and back every day, hauling loads in them dump trucks. But he told me, you know, that with the price of fuel going up, it's going to put him under. You know, and then he says on top of it, as he's riding around on the radio, he says half the guys he passes aren't supporting us. What is wrong with these
Someone
drivers
says, I ran 12 trucks a day, and my customers unfortunately had to pay higher rates.
Yeah,
they need the goods, and they pay the rate. It doesn't work that easy. It worked the easy as you're saying.
It's with him, what he's done, though, all around our area where he's hauling, all the paying jobs are dried up right now. I know, like I said, you know, the Obama administration went after the power plants that he used to make nice, not big profits, but he made his decent money hauling the fly ash from the power plants, but you know, and hauling coal to the power plants, but they shut that down. We lost so many coal-fired power plants. That's what kills me. We're going to bring out electric cars. Heck, they shut half the power plants down here in Pennsylvania.
How are we gonna
charge them? You know, if people don't realize, I love this, they tell people, well, you know, it costs you, here's the basic thing, it's going to cost you X amount of dollars to go X amount of miles. It doesn't matter if you're plugging that car into a wall or if you're pumping fuel into a vehicle. You know, and that's the thing, the more cars you have, the higher electricity is going to cost. You know, if you have enough, which right now at this point, we don't have enough electricity. We barely have enough electricity in our grid right now to support what we're doing. You know, you get these heat waves or these deep freezes, you know, and they're having rolling blackouts. Power companies are having a hard time keeping up with the demand.
When it gets cold in Texas, their power goes out. When it gets too hot in California, their power goes out.
They have to, because all the air conditioners, the grid can't keep up with it.
Or the heaters.
So like I said, you're dealing with a Tesla, you know what I mean, to have a fast charger on a Tesla.
Someone's saying gas went up when Trump was in office. When Trump was in office, we were paying like, in 2018, we were paying like $2.50 to $3 a gallon.
Our gas was the cheapest it was when Trump was in office. The last year that Trump was in office, the last few months of it, when the effects of what he done really come into play, in those last few months is when we've really seen a major drop in fuel prices.
Someone says power rarely goes out in Texas. In certain parts of Texas, it may go out less than others. Also, someone said before Obama left, it was $2.15. During the Obama presidency in 2008, there was a record high of $3.75 a gallon in Pennsylvania. Under the Biden administration, there's a new record high of $3.37.
You said 375, probably 437. It's 437. You said 3, that's all. But no, I mean, it doesn't matter. But we have oceans of oil underneath this country. Oil is a natural resource. You're releasing the same carbon that was once in the air anyway. He said a volcano erupts, puts out more carbon than all the cars combined can do, since we've been having cars. So that's not an excuse. That whole green thing, this whole planet grift thing, has always been a push towards communism. It's a push towards government control. There ain't no way, when you're telling me a weatherman can't tell you the weather 2 days from now and get it accurate enough that they're going to tell you that the weather in 20 years or the weather in 50 years or the weather in 100 years is going to go up 1 or 2 degrees. Okay, you can't get 1 or 2 degrees on a normal day. And I understand they drill back and they check the core samples and everything. But like I said, you also had to factor in, we know this from studying other galaxies and other stars, the sun, as it goes through its life stage, is going to progressively get hotter until it burns out. So that's going to account for it. You say there's a rise in temperature of the Earth, well, there may be. But I guarantee it's probably more from solar activity than it is from anything we're doing. No, we don't want freaking pollution in the water. We want clean water. We want clean air. And, hell, most of these vehicles on the road today, you can almost breathe their exhaust if it wasn't for the carbon monoxide a little bit coming out. I mean, everything's a lot cleaner. We've come so far since in my lifetime from the 70s and 80s. Hell, these new vehicles, with the catalytic converter, you can't even smell them running most of the time. The exhaust is so clean. There's no reason. You won't buy an electric car. Like I said, electric cars are awesome. 100% instant torque. That's awesome. But you can't demand it, you can't force it. You try to force it on people and it's going to backfire.
And in California, despite their rolling blackouts in California, their electricity is still like 36 cents per kilowatt hour. Meanwhile, when we had coal power in Pennsylvania, electricity was below 9 cents per kilowatt hour.
What's the matter with natural gas fired power plants? We have so much natural gas here in the Northeast, Pennsylvania.
And people are complaining about Governor Abbott is the one responsible for the power outages.
Yeah, well,
that's what I was saying.
It doesn't matter the responsibility or not. The point is if you switched half of the cars on the road right now over to electricity, you cannot charge them at one time. So take any traffic jam in any major city, cause that traffic jam, take every single one of them cars on the road and plug them in and see what happens to the power grid at that time. But yet you could roll all those cars into a fuel station, you can fill all the tanks at the same time. Like I said, Tommy loves electric cars. He talks like if he likes the power, if he likes the technology, he's a technology kid. But like I told his practicality, if I'm driving across country, I can't stop every 300 miles and wait 2, 3, 4 hours to charge
half
back.
an hour though.
Even a half an hour. When I can roll at a gas station, I can fill that tank in 5 minutes and be back on the road. It's unlimited. If I know I'm not going to be somewhere where there's going to be a charging station, I can throw a couple of jerry cans in the trunk and add extra range. It's that simple. It's not. Electric cars, if they're more viable, they will take over. That's how the free market system works. That's how the gasoline and the diesel is.
Sorry guys, phone locked for a second, but we're back.
You can look at your walls, you can look at the ceiling, you can look at your light bulbs, looking at your TVs. Everything you see, every civilization we have is all on the backs of the internal combustion engine. That's just how it is. We live and die by the internal combustion engine. Civilized society itself is made for the internal combustion engine. That's just where it's at. We can't change that. We don't have the technology anytime soon.
Or the infrastructure.
We don't have the technology infrastructure, not for at least 50 more years to be able to change that.
There were diesel generators powering the electric car chargers in California.
So what do you say? That's so the people can virtue signal and feel good. Oh, I drive an electric car. Yeah, but your electric cars running on a diesel generator. So,
or coal power plants.
You always, and I always tell people that I mess with my buddy that has a Tesla. I said, that's a cool coal-powered car, man. Where can I get one? We had coal power before with steam, but it was a little more efficient. But that's another thing. When you're transmitting power When you transmit electricity over great distances, there's always going to be losses in transmission. That's the laws of physics and the laws of electricity, how it's going to work. You're going to lose some. What makes the internal combustion engine work so well is the fuel that powers it's being consumed directly at the source is right there. It's being directly consumed. And right now, we're still got miles to go with the internal combustion engine. The internal combustion engine right now is only about 20% efficient. 80% of the heat generated from burning the fuel is going out the exhaust. Why aren't we working with that? Why haven't we figured that out? Mercedes had a couple things with regenerating and using that heat from the exhaust. Everybody just wants to give up.
And someone said, like most of us can afford electric cars.
I can't afford electric
A lot of the electric cars are expensive right now. Sure, there's budget options, but the budget options aren't the best. The Nissan Leaf and the Nissan Leaf and the Chevy Bolt will never ever be able to compete with the Tesla.
And not only that, the Leaf ain't bad. The Chevy Volt has limitations. Right now, Chevy just put out, the recall on it. They said don't let the battery go below 30%, but don't charge it over 80% because they said don't park it in a structure or close enough to a structure because the things are bursting into flames.
Someone says Tesla is under 50K, like 45K.
Okay, you know what?
The base model Model 3 that isn't even the long range only has like 250 miles, and that's the cheapest one, and it's like $40,000.
Let's go back to what it is. Okay, like I said, the name of the channel, we're White Trash Motorsports. The joke, we're poor country people. You understand? The most expensive vehicle I've ever bought in my life was like $2,000.
And it runs perfectly fine.
And then like my car I have right now, yes, the Cutlass that's on the channel, yeah, I probably have $5,000 in that, but I've been working on it. I've had that car since 1997. I can't go and drop. I don't have that kind of money. I can't afford a $700 car payment a month, plus another, whatever.
Plus bills, utilities, electric.
On the car. I just can't do it.
Dave says some people don't even have $40,000 houses.
No, I don't.
Yeah, a Tesla costs more than houses in our part of Pennsylvania.
Our house right now, the current house that we own, what is it? I paid $5,000.
Housing is very cheap in our part of the country.
Yeah, I mean $20,000.
Like you can get,
will buy you a decent place.
Yeah, you can get a 2-bedroom house.
On an acre of property for
on like 1,500 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom in downtown, the downtown city center where all the businesses and restaurants are for like 55 grand.
Yeah, I said.
And that's a decent house. It's not falling apart. All the pictures look good.
You can buy that same house up in the mountains, on a little bit of property for that price, not have to deal with anybody. They said, I'd love to have it, but I don't, unfortunately. And I'm not going to, probably not going to. It just is what it is. I'm happy with life. I don't want to spend that kind of money. Tommy asks all the time, we should get Tesla. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. You go get all them notes and then you're bound to something. You're bound, I have friends and I love my friend. My friend had to have all the toys. He had to have new cars. His wife drives a new car. He drives a new car.
Someone says 2 hours of electric vehicle charging is free at Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, for one, you have to find one near here that isn't in a mall, and you have to find one that has chargers out front too, because not every single one of them is going to have chargers out front.
Dick's Sporting Goods is 15. The closest Dick's Sporting Goods is 15 to 20 miles from our house.
And the nearest Tesla supercharger, the closest one, is in the next state over. It's in West Virginia. We're in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so what about the time lost in that 2
So
hours?
you're going to have to charge at your house and pray to God that there's a charger wherever you're going.
Well, not only that, and I like them. I'm not running down electric vehicles. The Teslas and that are awesome.
We're not against electric vehicles. We're just saying that they don't make practical sense.
They're not going to work for everybody.
Right now. Now, if you live in San Francisco, Sure, you can buy a Tesla in San Francisco and be perfectly
The
fine.
infrastructure.
But if you live in Cheyenne, Wyoming, or somewhere in the middle of nowhere, it's not going to work out for you.
No,
Someone says lithium is worse to the environment and the batteries have lithium. Yep.
Watch. There's a few documentaries on YouTube about the lithium mines and what they're doing to them poor African people to make them mine that lithium. I mean, that is a crime of humanity. I mean, it make you cry what they're doing to those people. They're basically they have nothing, complete poverty, so the mine is the only thing they got, and they destroy their health. The people bring the contaminants home, and it's spread to their family and their children, just so some person over here can feel good riding around drinking their latte in their green car that they don't realize is probably being charged from coal.
Yeah, and then you also look at China. China tells us we don't have child labor here, but you don't know that. China controls all of the media. China controls who records there. They control everything.
I just heard lithium was up like 60%.
Yeah. And all of those factories making your phones or whatever, they're exploiting child labor to make those products because it's cheaper. And the working conditions for the people who work in the Chinese chip factories are so poor, they have to have nets outside their living quarters so they don't forever sleep. So, if you live in San Francisco or Los Angeles or New York City or Washington, D.C., sure, buy an electric car. It'll work amazing for you in those places. San Francisco, you can probably live your everyday life with just an electric car and have no problems. But San Francisco is not other small towns.
Where we live too, like I said, I mean, we have people in our area that it's literally to go to the Walmart or the local grocery store or gas station. It's a 45-minute drive on mountainous roads to get there. That's one way, because we live in it, if you get up towards the mountains of our area, it's fairly sparse in population, so even if you give it the benefit on the fly, it's 30 minutes. So you got to go get in your car, you got to drive 30 minutes just to go to a store, just to go to a gas station, and in those places that far out, also that. I lived in a place in the mountains a few years, it's been like a few years back now, before Tommy was born. The power grid was so crappy up there, on every cloudy day the power was out most of the time. Because you have these power lines running through these thick forested areas in the mountains that get wind. Every time the wind blows a little bit, the power would be out. Everybody up there learned how to deal with it. You run a generator, during the winter time to keep your house warm. But what are you going to do about that? That's another thing, okay? What are we going to do for backup power? Yes, you can use solar backup power, but that's not practical for the average person because the size of the battery bank needed.
And solar panels are expensive too.
Well, we live in Pittsburgh area supposedly gets less sunshine per year than Seattle, Washington.
Yeah. Well, solar panels, they'll still work when it's not directly sunny, but they'll be less effective.
Yeah, they're not.
We need to catch up with some questions. Someone asked, where can you donate to help cover the expenses for attending the People's Convoy? Well, you don't have to do anything. We're not asking, we're not begging. We don't want this, but I know a lot of people have been asking us.
Because it's important.
So we're not here for the money. We're not here for anything. But because everyone has been, messaging us in our live chats, in our comments, we have opened a PayPal link.
But we don't want any.
But we don't want, we're not here for the money.
We've attended all 3 Trump rallies after the election. November 1 to December 1 to January 1. We don't expect to make it. We're not going this election. So, eventually our goal is to get enough subscribers, enough shares, enough views that YouTube can kick us a couple bucks. Their advertisers can kick us a couple bucks. You know, we don't. We know the people's hurting right now, man. We don't. Everybody's hurting right now. We don't expect anybody to do anything. The whole world's hurting right now. You know, so.
And you know, speaking of gas prices, you know, they were saying before, recently Biden has banned Russian oil from being imported.
So now basically.
And now the price is going to go up even more from what it was.
Because Russia's going to sell that oil to China. China's going to mark it up and sell it to us and say it's not, oh, this is our oil. And, you know, that's the grift of that. Why are we over here anyway? We need to talk.
I know, what is that? I mean, we need to find people who are available, though.
We need to find a buyer.
I'm not
Canadian. You know, I mean, it is, you know, we don't want to cause a ruckus, you know, we just don't know what. He knows cold.
Yeah.
He knows everything. That's just it. It's
And the person from Wyoming could answer our questions about, you know.
Well, here's the thing, you know, like, with public transportation, you know, public transportation works in the big cities in America, but it's not going to work in the rural areas. That's what I mean.
America is too big.
Yeah, no European model, you know, even the Canadians know what we're talking about because there's
Canada's big as well.
Yeah, they're much more expansive, you know, land-wise than us with such a smaller population. But, you know, buses and all that isn't going to work there. How are you going to do that?
Sure, there's Amtrak, but you know, it's much more convenient to hop in your car and drive to DC than it is to wait at the station for an Amtrak.
Well, sure, there's Amtrak, but you know, I mean, they tore up half the rail lines. You know, Connorsville used to have, within a few miles of Connorsville, there used to be, you know, 3 major rail yards. All them tracks are gone. The only one left is the CSX, you know, and then there is an Amtrak station on the CSX. But that's all gone. It's torn out. So half the time trains ain't going to take you where you need to go. Mass transportation, you know, buses and that ain't going nowhere. Where are you going?
And a recent win, well, it's not a full win, it's a partial win. In December of last year, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court has declared that the mask mandate issued by our acting Secretary of Health was illegal. And many school districts decided to drop their mandates after that was declared.
Also, another win is, but it ain't going to matter now. As I said, that's why we're not even debating anymore about who won. But consequently, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court also ruled that the Secretary of State didn't have the authority to change the voting rules, you know, just in days leading up to the election. And those mail-in ballots, you know, won't be legal for next time. So there's hope. I mean, we live in an area, honestly, I personally don't know anyone. I know a lot of people. I personally know nobody who voted for Joe Biden. And we live in, you know, somewhat...
But we live in, you know, Fayette County.
It's an old Democrat area. But, I mean, even in my travels that we've been running around, I haven't anybody walk up to me and say, oh, you got a Trump hat on. Yeah, I voted for Biden. Nobody's ever told me that.
Yeah.
You know, so
and then the state of Pennsylvania will look blue on the map, but if you look at it by county, like 3 of the counties are blue and the rest are red.
And, the 3 highest populated counties. I mean, honestly,
Allegheny Center in Philadelphia.
I think we need to actually, you know, the only way you'd really save this country.
Someone says I don't even have an EV, but my friend has a Tesla. Well, you know, my dad's friend has a Model Y.
It's a cool
He
car.
charges it at his house. He had a 50. The 50 was an amps.
Well, when he first bought
what he has now.
He has a 50 amp charger.
A 50 amp charger plugged in his house that charges it overnight. Before he had that installed, he used a regular 110, which charged it at 2 miles per hour.
Yeah.
The 50 amp can charge it overnight.
And not only that, he said that pretty much his power bill's increased.
And his power bill has
the
increased.
amount that what he ran out, because that vehicle doesn't run much, because it's not, you know, it's Amy works.
How much has it increased?
It's increased the amount of what he spent in fuel.
The amount of what
he ran. They had a little 4-cylinder Jeep Cherokee. You know, they got good fuel mileage, and he said really he's paying the same amount to run that Tesla as he is to run the Jeep. He does not really saving nothing, you know what I mean? He said honestly, he just got the Tesla because he thought the tech was cool and the instant torque's off the chain, and his girlfriend really she's a techie, she's all into new technology, she wanted one, so they got it. But, you know, it's not, he's the last person in the world you would think they wanted to save the planet by, because that's just...
Well, buying an electric vehicle isn't to save the planet.
No, because that electricity's got to...
Because electricity is generated by coal still. You have to use lithium to make the batteries. There's a lot of things, you know.
And then, that they're not as efficient because you got to transmit the power, and the power plant to the computer. There's lots of transmission. When I fill my gas tank up with gas, I'm not losing gas all over the ground. But electricity is lost through a wire. There's always going to be some loss through heat.
Yeah. This guy keeps preaching on about the wind farms. We have wind farms up here.
Yeah, and you know what? The wind farms kill thousands of migratory birds a year. That's a dirty little secret of the wind farms.
Yeah, they're clean, but they kill those birds.
And then not only that, our wind farms, because they're set up on the side of a mountain, half the time they have them turned off because it's too windy to run them there. And they'll overspeed. Catch on fire. You know, wind isn't the answer. Neither is solar.
We need hydroelectric and nuclear power. Those are both clean.
If you want to, if you wanted to run electric vehicles sustainably, you need nuclear power.
And hydroelectric.
But everybody's afraid of the nuclear power. You know? Even though it's been done safely, you know, since the 50s, everybody's scared of it. You know, it can be done safely, you know. But right, that's not even going to fix the problem. Like I said, you know, even like the electric truck, you know, Sanzak, he was talking about that. He did a video a while back. You know, electric trucks, so when he's arguing with them that in the next 5 years, there's going to be electric self-driving trucks.
Electric self-driving trucks.
Not gonna have,
maybe in San Francisco, doing local deliveries.
No, you know, only a self-driving truck like that would have to be on a closed course.
And with people monitoring it too.
Someone's going to have to ride there. Yeah, you can't send an 80,000-pound death machine down the road without someone at least sitting there.
And because, you know, they think AI is going to take over. Well, our Waze, your GPS on your phone, that's an artificial intelligence. We came up to a railroad crossing and it glitched, and it just kept repeating over and over again that you are approaching a railroad crossing.
You're going to drive 80,000-pound rig down the road.
And you're going to drive an 80,000-pound rig with that technology? You know, of course, Tesla Autopilot is very advanced, but that's on a car. That's not accounting the large 52-foot trailer behind it. It's not including the weight. And the Tesla Semi right now only has about 500 miles of range with loaded up to 80,000 pounds.
If you turn the Tesla Semi loose on autopilot, I'm telling you, it would start killing people because people are boneheads, because truck drivers got to anticipate sometimes. I know no person's ever going to react as fast as a sensor in a computer. You know, that's been proven. But at the same time, sometimes it takes common sense to predict what somebody's going to do.
Someone says, do you care about pollution or the environment at all?
Yes. Yeah, we care about polluting the environment. We want clean water, we got clean air. We don't want garbage dumped everywhere. What pollution is bothering you?
But we also know that
You're
a
gonna
volcano is going to pollute more than me driving my car to Pittsburgh. So
one volcano eruption can put out more pollution than all man has since the Industrial Revolution. It's that simple. And you know what the earth does? It'll absorb that. It'll take care of that and it'll regenerate. As long as you're not blatantly dumping chemicals in the water to poison people and this and that. You know, they've been saying we were running out of oil since the 70s. You know what? These wells, they pumped dry in the 70s. They go back today, they're filled back up. The earth sweats crude oil. Crude oil is a natural resource that was given to us as a gift to our civilization.
and we can talk about how the sun's going to explode.
Yeah, the sun's going to burn out one day anyway.
Someone says volcanoes don't make a choice to erupt.
Yeah, but
well, you may make the choice to go to Pittsburgh, but if you have to go places, you have to go to them.
Okay, that person's saying that. That's fine, but hear me out then.
You know, if we have to go to court for a traffic ticket and it's far away, we have to drive there. If we don't, we're going to jail.
Hold on. That person that said that, okay, do they live in a house made of dried sticks they found in the woods?
They live in Texas.
Okay, do they have plastic in their house? Because everything plastic's made from crude oil. I mean, if they have it,
your phone uses plastic, your computer uses plastic, all of the microchips that we need to run computers, GPSs, screens, anything.
If they have a medical emergency, the mask, they're going to give them oxygen. It's made from plastic. That's a product of oil. You can use oil responsibly.
We need oil and metals to make computers. Neon. We need neon. We need.
But I'm saying you can have oil and not pollute. That's what I'm saying. The actual physical burning. You know what I mean? The Earth before people, the Earth had way more CO2. Tons and tons and tons and tons more, you know.
Cow farts release CO2.
Yeah, but they want to ban that. They want us to eat bugs, so we don't, eat meat. But that's why we got incisors, because we were born meat eaters. That's how we evolved.
We are born as omnivores.
Yeah.
We have multiple sets of teeth that will eat plants and meat.
If you have a moral obligation that you don't want to eat meat, that's fine.
But you need protein.
You need protein and L-carnitine for your brain to function properly. You can get protein from beans, you can get protein from nuts, but you can't get L-carnitine from any of the meat. And like I said, if you have a moral issue that you don't want to eat meat because you think it's morally wrong, I support you with that. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Do people actually realize how much coal and oil is used to make an electric car alone? If everyone had an electric car, there wouldn't be enough electricity to power it all. Yes. Someone says, listen to that turbo diesel. I agree. You'll never win a war by driving electric tanks.
That's an 1891. That a beautiful? Nope. That's a cat. It's a V8. That's a V8. Caterpillar V8. I seen you doing manifolds with the chrome. That thing had chrome valve cover on and everything. Nice. That's $100,000 in that engine. No, I mean, like I said, I like these.
You know, if I'm driving a Tesla right down the turnpike and it runs out of battery, am I going to call my dad and ask him to bring me a can of electric?
Well, no,
now, if my gas car runs out of gas, I can ask him to head to the gas station, put some gas in a gas can, and I can drive to
not only that, okay, like I said, we live in a mountainous area. We get cold. I mean, not extreme cold, but we do. I mean,
Yeah.
go to the park. We've had times where it's been actual 20 below, not wind chill, actual air temperature 20 below.
And that also degrades the batteries because lithium-ion batteries.
The cold. Look at everybody streaming from Canada. They had to keep hand warmers on their phones to keep their batteries charged.
Yeah, so the lithium-ion batteries are degraded by the cold.
It's not practical. I want you to know. Like I said, give it 50 more years, it might be. Give it 20 more years, it might be.
So
But right now, it's not practical. And there's
our argument is that you can't force it yet.
well, you can't shut down.
I know there's some Democrats that want to have all cars electric in their bills or whatever, but
The only way, if you want to end all the pollution, the only way to do it, you're gonna have to pretty much shut down all the civilization. We're gonna have to turn off the power and go back to living in the Stone Age. That's the only way to. Doritos and some chips.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Drinks in the cooler. My hands are cold. How much longer you got?
About
How's
another
your
15. Let me see. 35%. 35%. We're good. We're in
How many people are
36.
Huh?
36.
40?
30.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna sit down and chat for a bit. We walked around for a while. What? So we can sit down.
Let us warm up for 5 minutes.
Sit down and chat with our viewers for a bit.
No, let me warm up for 5 minutes and then we'll go walk around. I am
We'll
frozen.
go back to walk around.
I just need
But,
to warm up for a second. I'm cold. You can flip it around if you want. But no, I mean, what's our alternative? To go back to the Stone Age, you want to get rid of all fossil fuels, then what are we going to power the Earth with? I mean, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? How are we going to get there? I mean, I'm all for it. If you got a solution to tell me, how we're going to heat our homes,
Do you guys think that gas or diesel automobiles will exist in 200 years?
they may. I mean,
Probably because the internal combustion engine is what got us all the way here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at how much society has changed since the invention of the internal combustion engine. For a better. We live longer. We enjoy.
It's not how cameras work.
Yeah, that's too right. As soon as we warm up, we have to go back out and walk. I'm not Canadian. I'm cold.
Someone says in Washington State you can't buy new fossil fuel vehicles after 2030.
That'll change.
I'm sure that's going to change
Yeah,
as they realize that we don't have the current technology.
Yeah, what are you going to do if you can? I mean, what? They haven't thought
Someone
that
says
far.
McConnell 38 years, Pelosi 35 years.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. Okay, but practically, how are you going to do that? That's all I'm going to say. You can mandate it and say in 20 years we're not going to make this and that. But if the technology's not there, I could say in 50 years, everybody's going to have their own personal Android that's going to do, literally robot that's going to do everything for them, and they can just sit at home and eat Cheetos and play Call of Duty. But you can mandate a lot of stuff, but you can't. I mean, just practically, I don't see how it's going to work. I mean, they can say it, like I said, it might make people feel good, but
Someone asks, what makes you think politicians won't find a way to control who and how much you receive? Digital ID is what they want.
They do.
They already have digital ID and social credit in China. You walk past the camera, they immediately know who you are. They know if you talk bad about the government. They know to send you to their re-education camps if you disagree with the government. a lot of religious minorities, like people who practice Islam in China, are sent to re-education
Muslim
camps.
Uyghurs, they're abused.
They're abused and sent to re-education camps in China because they don't have the same freedom of religion, freedom of speech rights that we have here.
But in the name of political correctness and wokeness, we're giving that up as a society, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, you have the right not to have, you know, not to have somebody interfere with your life, your pursuit of happiness, your family, all that. You have that right. But it says nowhere in our documents, if something offends you, you have two options. If it offends you to the point that you can't, you know, walk away, then, you know, pop them in the mouth and do something about it. If not, just don't pay attention to it. If I listen to people that said stuff, I mean, honestly, I don't encourage bullying. I don't. But I'm going to tell you,
nice job streaming. You did a nice job tonight. Thanks for streaming. We're going to stream for a bit more.
Yeah, we're just
we're just taking, you know, a short break to sit down. Can read chat better than walking around.
My hands were cold. I had to move my hands.
My dad wants to warm up a bit. Now, I don't mind the cold. You know, I'd walk out in a t-shirt and shorts when it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
No.
But
the thing is, you know, it's this TikTok 30-second attention span that everybody has. When we was kids, man, if you did something dumb in school, no, everybody might not have found out about it instantly, but you know what I mean? They would have ridiculed you and made fun of it, so you learn not to do dumb stuff, you know? Now that we've taken that away from society, you know, you got people that say and do ridiculous things all the time because there's no consequences.
Someone asks, do you believe what is happening in Ukraine is right? So my dad doesn't really know which side to stand on for this. He's kind of, you know, leaning in the middle. Personally, for me, I don't think we should be involved in wars that can be prevented.
No, we shouldn't be involved, period.
There shouldn't be wars, there shouldn't be...
But for some reason, we're back to Clinton. When Clinton was in office, for some reason, our politicians want to push us into war with Russia.
So, under the Obama administration, Russia annexed Crimea, which was a part of the Ukraine. During the Trump administration, while there were threats from Russia here and there were actually no invasions going on of the Ukraine. And now with the Biden administration in office, Russia launched invasion on the mainland Ukraine.
But there's a lot of information, like I said, the mainstream media pushes false information. Everybody does. Like I said, it's really too early. I'm just blocking a little bit. It's too early to confirm really what's going on there because, I mean, I hear reports.
Contradicting reports.
That say, you know, that, I mean, if Russia really wanted, I mean, they could have wiped Ukraine out in 48 hours. They haven't taken down their infrastructure, which is the first thing you do in war. They've just surrounded a few cities and asked for demands be met, which, you know, that no one's even, our European allies have been talking to them and everybody, Canada even talked to them, but, you know, our administration refuses to even talk to Russia. Because I think, you know, like I said, in my personal opinion, the Democrats have been laundering money through Ukraine for years. I mean, you know, Hunter Biden, you know, has it there. The Clintons had hands in there. And then some Republicans have too. Mitt Romney has family that was, you know, on boards with utility and energy in Ukraine. You know, first there was labs, then there's no labs, but then that secretary come out and said there was, you know, research centers. A research center is kind of a lab. You know? So we don't really want to know, you know what I mean? Every time they come out, like, you know, the ghost of Kiev or whatever, and all these planes were shot down, but no one posted any recent pictures of any wreckage or anything. And I feel bad. The Ukrainian people, No, they're torn in the middle. This is something else that has nothing to do with the Ukrainian people. This is,
And then the Ukrainian people are affected
yeah,
by...
the Ukrainian government,
And Russia,
being,
too.
well, you can't,
Both of them.
Ukrainian being, egged on by the American government, up against the Russian government, and everybody loses. They said, since the fall of the Soviet Union, we've all kind of got along. I mean, we have a universal or joint space station together between America and Russia, and there's no reason for us to fight. We don't have to get along, we don't have to like each other, but there's no reason for us to fight, and I'm tired of the politicians trying to encourage war between us. When Ukraine made deals with Russia, that it wouldn't allow armament on its borders, and I mean, now come on, if another country, Mexico was allowing another country to come in and put arms, if Mexico was allowing Russia, for say, to come in and put, arms on the Mexican-American border,
We'd be mad
we would be mad too. So, I mean, there's a lot more to it. The news is just one side of it. I mean, that's it.
But you also have to consider that Russia has been playing aggressive too.
Yes, Russia has.
Russia annexed Crimea and was doing military exercises close to the border. So you do have to consider that,
But
that one side moves an inch closer, and then the other moves an inch closer.
Weakness.
They keep getting closer and closer until
My problem with that,
eventually...
weakness draws aggression. That's the problem. So we seen the same thing happen when Obama was in office. He would tell Iran, no, don't do that, and draw this line. Iran would step over the line, he'd take a step back, and I know we're super for real serious this time. Don't do it,
Appeasement.
You do it again, we'll drop, pallets of, money at your airport at night. Don't do it again.
It's appeasement. It's like what happened in World War II.
What happened to Jimmy Carter with the Iranians when Reagan took office, or when Reagan won the election, all of a sudden the Iranians released the terrorists, or released the hostages.
Someone says Russia does not want a shady NATO country on their border. Ukraine is not a part of NATO.
No, but Ukraine is what?
There's been NATO forces, American NATO forces, other NATO forces on the border in Latvia and Estonia.
Yeah, they've
those
been meddling.
countries
Yeah,
that
they've
are
been
NATO.
meddling. The UN's been meddling. I mean, the UN was created for, when Russia gave back the other half of Germany, East Germany, when they give it back to them, that eliminated the need. Once that was over, the Cold War was over, there was no more need for NATO. NATO's just, money now that we shouldn't take. And that we shouldn't pay. We pay the money, but that's what it boils down to, is we're the one footing the bill for most of NATO. But I mean, NATO don't even want to talk with Joe. No one wants to talk with Joe.
And everyone is saying about NATO countries close to Russia. There are a lot of NATO countries close to Russia. There's Latvia, there's Estonia, there's Romania, there's... what's the other one? It's Lithuania, that's the one.
And Ukraine had a deal with Russia, they wouldn't join NATO.
A lot of things that people don't understand about NATO is a defensive pact. NATO is not offensive. If one country in NATO decides to attack another, the whole NATO isn't going to join in. The United States is a member of NATO. If someone attacks the United States, every NATO member has to protect the United States. But if the United States attacks someone else, no one else has to join in. Because NATO was made as a defensive pact.
And here's my problem, like I said, and we're going to get back to vehicles
and back with the League of Nations and during the wars.
We'll get back into vehicles and all that, but here's the thing with that, the United States has its nose in this. The COOF narrative is falling apart daily. You think about it. How many times has the CDC changed things? Fauci hasn't been seen in weeks. The COOF narrative is falling apart. Now, they've been punishing the American people for the last 2 years. And just ludicrous stuff they've been doing to us, but they've punished us.
Someone says if we get attacked, no one's coming to save us. They're kind of bounded to.
Well, here's the thing. Other than a nuclear attack, which I don't think anybody, because of mutually assured destruction, I don't think that's going to happen. No one with a regular army is going to attack America, you know what I mean? Like I said,
or any other NATO country for
but
that.
we're too armed. In Ukraine, they was handing out weapons, you know what I mean? The United States citizens have more weapons than most armies. And if we had to, we would defend ourselves. I just think all of a sudden they let Ukraine catch them on fire to draw attention away from Kuf falling apart and this trucker convoy. So, it gives the mainstream media something new to divert the people's attention away from what's really going on. Because back in October of 2021, Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones both said, that about the stuff that was going on with Russia and Ukraine, there was going to be a war over those two.
Second Amendment, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I don't think any outside foreign army would ever try to invade.
If they tried to invade us, someone said there's a gun behind every blade of grass in America. A foreign invasion force, one doesn't know our land. They don't know.
Wasn't that a Chinese emperor that said that?
I'm not sure.
It said if you invade America, there'd be a gun behind every blade of grass.
And they don't know our territory. They don't, and
can't
the
beat the
people.
home team. Yeah, you can't beat the home team. I mean, look how many times we found out the hard way. You're not going to beat the home team with
Plus,
insurgent force. I mean, look at the Afghan people. They pushed Russia out. Look what they done to us. I mean, a lot of what they done to us is because the rules of engagement kept our hands tied on what we could actually do. I mean, look at Vietnam. You know what I mean? So if somebody came here to America with the conventional warfare and tried to invade us, I mean, it would be
said,
bad.
That no more than 10K people watched any live stream. Our live stream from a few days ago got over 10,000, and I'm sure others have too.
Yeah.
So,
I know they might not watch it at one time, and I mean, everybody got to start somewhere. We got a couple people watching right now. That's fine. There'll be record of it though. At least when you get out here and walk around, people will see. There'll be an archive of what went on here. That way, if anybody tries to say, something else happened different.
Like what happened in Canada, the government would make you believe that the truckers were evil and doing all these things, but people were live streaming
because there was too many live streams.
Showing that it was just one big party.
But yeah, I mean, so there needs to be a record, regardless if anybody's watching it or not. The few that are and want to interact, that's fine. We thank you, we appreciate it. But just now there'll be some kind of, physical record. Like I said, the live stream we did Monday night was a lot better. We had a lot more people. It was warmer out here. There was a lot more drivers out, a lot more going on, but it disappeared before it made it to upload. So, but that happens. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and it just glitched and didn't upload. So now it's warm. We're about ready to go walk and make our rounds here.
Yeah, sure.
And go see show the people what's going on.
I mean,
I don't like to get too political and into
right
videos.
now it's 22:15.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone would be going to bed around this time.
Yeah, I don't like getting too political, you know what I mean? But like I said, everybody can do their own thing. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Sean. I mean, it is almost.
Yep. Good night, man.
22:30,
We're gonna make one more walk around.
We're gonna make about one more walk around. It is getting later. Truckers are going to bed. They have long days.
You need juice or no?
No, not yet. Our battery's running dead. We've been streaming for a good bit now. About 3 hours now. So we're gonna get back out. Do another walk around.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk around.
And then we're gonna head in ourselves. Probably grab a bite to eat. Relax for a bit. Then head to bed. We did eat some chips, but you know, actually grab an actual dinner.
Where are you at?
What?
Where are you at?
I don't know. They have stuff here. There's restaurants nearby.
There's a McDonald's 5 miles down the road.
Yeah, but there's a McDonald's about 5 miles down the road. Now we had McDonald's for the past, I don't know, week. That's all we ate. So we might grab.
I'll go to bed hungry.
You know,
Breakfast will be available.
we're getting tired of McDonald's now.
Breakfast.
Go to Oreo Express or go watch Oreo Express or Snack. Oh, I thought you were saying go to a restaurant nearby. Do you guys know anywhere that's open other that's not McDonald's near Hagerstown?
People aren't from around here.
If you guys are from around Hagerstown and you know places that are open and that are not McDonald's.
No, there's not. If you drive actually into Hagerstown, yeah, but we come in from Clear Springs. The only thing down there is a McDonald's and a gas station.
Yeah, the only thing we see in Clear Springs is McDonald's and a gas station.
That's the way.
And you know there is a Subway nearby, but they're closed. It's 22. It's almost 22:20. They're closed.
10:20. It's 10:20.
No, you know they close at like 21. So
It's 10:20. Say the
I'm
rest of
saying.
that, I know, but say
know.
yellow for yellow people.
Yeah. For those. Yeah.
For the people that's not
I'm just used to saying it by now. I use it on my computer and my phone.
You used it too, but I'm just saying you gotta say yellow for do that to your grandma. It looks like most people inside.
Yeah, so let's look around. Everyone's warming up. You can hear them idling or they're sleeping. It's not as cold as Canada. Well, I'd be up for that if it got as cold as Canada. I'd be happy. I'd be out here dancing in the snow. Everyone would think I'm crazy, but I like the cold.
It's 65 degrees out here.
Someone likes Subway, but he's in jail.
Yeah, we're not.
They're serving free food right now at the raceway. I mean, yeah, we know they are, but like, I feel like I would be wrong for asking them. Because, you know, we have the money. We could go to places. You know, we have money. But I know some people out here may be less fortunate or may need it more than us. You know, a lot of people, you know, stop driving their truck and that's their main source of income. They stop using their main source of income to come down here and show their support. So there's some people who need it more than we do, obviously. So we're willing to go out and actually buy it from some places.
I don't mind buying. I just don't like driving.
Yeah.
Because I don't like bothering security coming in and out.
I mean, they know our car though. They know our car though.
They're getting to know our car.
They're getting to know us. Someone says, how do we give you dollars? You know, it's not required. You know, that's what I say every time. We don't, it's not required. We don't ask for it. You know, we're not out here begging. We don't really want it. That's not what we're out here for.
That's why it's so hard.
We're not here for money.
They can figure it out.
We're not here for money, but we do have a PayPal link.
If they can figure it out.
But that's not what we're here for. But because everyone has been requesting, we did open a PayPal
Well, I had a PayPal
that is located somewhere
on our page.
on our page. But
Yeah, we don't.
but you know, it's not what we're here for. We always make sure to bring a good bit before we head down because we know it's going to cost a bit. We pay like $120 in gas both ways. No. Well, it's around $50 to $60 per trip, right?
Yeah.
So
about
$100 to $120 for 2 fuel ups.
This is the third time. So we spent about we spent about $200.
Yeah, so we make sure to bring money with us.
We spent about $200 just
Because we know that things are getting pricier.
I don't want to take it either. I mean, people work hard for their money. I don't
You know, people work hard for their money. So they shouldn't be giving it to us.
It'll get more, once the weather breaks, my stuff, if I do all my side work, I got, right now, Dad called, he said Saturday, if I ain't doing nothing, he said I gotta come to the shop because he got 3 trucks that need stuff done. So I gotta go work on big
And as soon
Saturday.
and right now I'm 15. So the laws around working at 15 in Pennsylvania are very convoluted. You would not believe how complicated they are. But as soon as you turn 16, they're much more simple and you can work longer as a 16-year-old. So my birthday is this year and I'm waiting until I turn 16 so I could go work and I can get my permit too, so that makes it more convenient.
I hate that they suck.
So
Even if you got to borrow the car to have license to drive yourself to work, and you're not.
yeah. But we can find somewhere. I mean, we could go tonight, or we can go eat breakfast in the morning, because McDonald's has breakfast. But you don't like their breakfast. I mean, I haven't had McDonald's breakfast in forever, and I really like it, but you don't like it, do you?
I usually don't eat when I get up in the morning anyway.
You don't like their breakfast. Someone's asking again where our PayPal is. It's on our page in the description. For those of you wondering, we're not. It's not what we're here for.
That's why we're so hard.
You know, the only reason we created one, and we were debating ourselves. We were debating amongst ourselves a lot if we should make one. But a lot of people have been asking for us to create one until YouTube turns on our super chats, because I don't even know if we're going to do that. A lot of people are asking, but it feels kind of greedy.
Once we get, like I said, we're waiting on it. We have all the stuff we need. We're waiting on YouTube.
But
to turn
once
on
we
our
hit,
community page, our community tab usually takes a week.
If we hit 4,000 watch hours, YouTube will pay us. Instead of the people, YouTube will pay us. And YouTube has billions of dollars.
Yeah, even if YouTube sucks.
Even if their community guidelines suck,
They are a business. They're free.
someone says your link doesn't work. It should work if you just click on it. I mean, I set it up as a .me. That should work. I don't know. I'm not sure. I did set it up, but it's fine. We don't really need it. We have money.
Yeah, we're good.
Let's. You want to get something tonight or tomorrow?
If you're hungry, Tommy, I'll take you to get food. I don't need food if you do. Still, I know more than that, but we're going to have some more stuff coming up because we do participate in no prep racing in street class with the Cutlass or small tire. So we have that, under control, but we're going to be getting prepped for the No Name Nationals in Sikeston, Missouri, September 30th and October 1st. So we're going to work on getting our 5.9 6BT Cummins swap done to our Winnebago, which once we acquire all the parts, I don't want to take a few days or something.
So we're going to be wrapping our stream.
We thank everybody for watching, everybody that joined in, everybody that commented, thumbs up, likes us, It wasn't that good of a night tonight. We're sorry for that.
Tonight wasn't the best, but we're optimistic. We know
we did make progress today. We actually had a senator come ride in the truck, and then we had a truck take the senator back to the Capitol. So I mean, so that's working good. These guys are getting somewhere.
YouTube has its ups and downs.
And YouTube's not about you. It's a shame because YouTube interface is the best platform. There's nothing that works as smooth and as seamless as YouTube. You know, it's just we're living in this age right now to where, you know, people pressure them.
The Ministry of Truth from 1984 is...
You know, and you've heard it. I mean, we've seen interviews where Joe said, you know, that companies need to step up against misinformation. But it'll be all right. We thank you, though. We love you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks a lot.
Someone says...
we're not going to eat it 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Well, actually, you know, someone made a movie called Super Size Me. They ate it for 30 days in a row. And, you know, they gained weight, and that's about it. As long as you work out, you can eat whatever you want.
I do know a friend, though, who had a McDonald's cheeseburger that he forgot in his dresser drawer, and it was in there in the bottom of his drawer for like 2 months. And you know, mold won't even grow on this thing, so it makes you wonder.
There's a lot of preservatives. Burger King ran an ad. They showed their Whopper sitting out next to a Big Mac sitting out. And the Whopper grew mold because it didn't have preservatives.
I bought cars, that set, you know, for years. Bring them home and take the back seat out of them, and there'd be almost French fries, and they look literally like they were bought the morning before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary that stuff doesn't go, but we know we're not living on it.
But you know, it's the only thing close.
Like I said, I only eat once or twice a day. I get busy and I don't think about being home.
I think we're probably going to wait until morning.
I'll just eat breakfast.
grab McDonald's breakfast. Because, you know, I haven't had it in a while. You know, I never get the opportunity to have it because we're always up later. Or, you know, we're busy in the morning. So,
but yeah, so we'll figure it out.
We'll figure everything out. We're set. We have...
You know, on our way home or something.
Yeah. We'll be fine, guys. But other than that, we're going to say goodnight. Current time is 22:30, 10:30. Everyone get some sleep.
Yep, we're going to try in tomorrow.
We're going to try to get some sleep. I heard tomorrow is going to be a long day.
Yeah, we'll come back and let you know.
We don't have any emergencies because, you know, the whole world stops working when my dad goes away. And no one can figure out things.
It's fine. But your grandmother will survive tonight if we have to. We'll see. We'll talk. We're gonna make some phone calls and see if everybody will be okay. So
we're gonna sign off.
Circle around. We would like to follow the Convoy.
We'd like to, but we don't know.
And
we'll
live
see.
Stream it. So let's see what we can make happen.
We'll see. That's our motto. We'll see. So good night, everyone, and thank you for showing up.
Peace out.
Peace,
love you guys,
and let the salt flow.
Later.